Okay, everybody. Not everybody, but everybody. Everybody. Greetings, 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 and salutations. God help me, help me, help me, help me, please, help me, God. After dealing with my Pisces daughter, my Cancer son, my grandson, oh Lord, no, my grandson is a blessing, no, that he is a true blessing. Not that my daughter isn't a blessing, but she's a blessing with a headache. She's a blessing that comes with a headache. But nevertheless, I am so sorry for getting on here a little bit late, but I had to take care of some business with children and running them around. And you would think they was little, but they're not. They're grown. She is. But nevertheless, I'm really excited today to be here. I'm excited. Do y'all understand how excited that I am here? That I got a breath to breathe today? Do you understand? I gotta put my computer. I gotta charge my computer up. This is some crap. But I feel extremely, extremely excited today, and I don't know why I'm such in good spirit. Maybe because I see my grandson and he's getting taller. He's getting a little mustache, and he was looking so cute. But I am excited today. I promise you. I swear to you all that I am excited. And if you all knew how excited that I was, y'all would really write me a happy time. But nevertheless, I am here at y'all's disposal along with my sister in goodness. You know what I mean? Because usually, we some of us would say in crime, but we don't do crime. So my movie reviews, and we're excited to talk about our movie reviews, and I was able to get some of my orders out today. I made my orders. I'm gonna have to leave off of here. Well, I'm gonna have to go to in the middle. Hopefully, we'll be done by 7 o'clock, and then we could probably start the video all over again. But hopefully, we'll be done by 6:30 with this, or I would have to change it to my telephone, and that's okay. That's always a good thing. But nevertheless, oh Lord, I'm so excited. I'm extremely excited. I got one of my teas my cousin sent me that is gonna be at you guys' disposal. And which tea is this? Oh shoot, I got a hole in it. No wonder. All right. Okay. Let me make sure I get this together. Oh, good gracious alive. Okay, I busted a hole in it with this. Okay. How you doing, Lollipop Kid? I busted a hole with this, with my tea, because it's actually a bag. I don't know why she sent it to me in a bag as opposed to a plastic thing. I was putting one of my herbs up today, and I had busted a hole in it by accident with my nails. So, you know, I'm really, really excited today, and I hope everybody is excited with me. I'm looking for this. This is what I'm looking for. And I'm also, guys, I also sell incense. Here we go. Boom. $10. I mean, not $10. 10 of them for $2. And this is one of I think this is the Lick Me All Over one. And I also have the Lick Me All Over oil. I just have not posted it yet on my website, but I certainly do have that. And also, I have soaps that I really should have had ready before I even started the freaking live. But y'all know how I get down. Y'all know that I do things at a weird, unique pace because I'm this healer and I feel this energy and I get to doing stuff whenever the heck I feel like doing it.
That's right. That's right.
After being around water all day, because I'm earth. And when you're around water, Ooh, Lord, I gotta get grounded again. I gotta touch my earth. I have to walk outside and put my feet on the ground.
That's right.
What I'm gonna have to do, being around this water. Oh Lord, help me, help me, help me, help me. Everything. I'm telling me and my grandson, my daughter, I be feeling sorry for her now. Now that I think about it, me and my grandson be putting my daughter through so much. We be like, it's all your fault.
I'm so happy that you are happy.
Oh,
All these
yeah.
fires going on, and you got this plague still here, and people out of work, people trying to get their finances together, and somebody might be home, and you could find time to laugh during it all, and that's a beautiful thing. That's why I love to surround myself around really amazing people. You know, because it brings you out of your depression if you're depressed. It brings you out of your anxiety if you're in anxiety. It brings you out if you're down when you see someone's up. And that's what life is all about. We are over here in Dr. Amira's channel. I'm always also streaming from my channel. Hey, what's happening? Sammy Superstar. I see Roscoe in there. I see a few people in the bushes. I love my bush people. Shout out
Yeah.
to the bushes. Shout out to the bushes. Hey, we should write a song called Shout Out to the Bushes.
Shout it out. Shout it out.
Hey, shout it out. Shout it out. Yeah, baby. Shout it out. Shout it out. Yeah, baby. Shout it out.
So,
Yeah, shout it out. Everybody say shout it out. Hey. Everybody say shout it out. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Oh man, but hey, what a cool movie you picked out. I really enjoyed it.
This movie, I was like, what the heck is this? I was just like, I don't know. I was like, I think because based upon when you were doing the whole movie thing, we were watching the movies with you. We was watching some wild stuff. So I said, well, you know what? This is right up our alley.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. I'm glad you thought of the idea of, hey, let's review some movies. And I love watching movies. But what's really cool about this whole you pick a movie, I pick a movie thing is you're giving me movies I would not pick. And then it's forcing me, but it's forcing me to open up, to more a variety of movies. And it's so fulfilling. You know what I'm saying? Like the movie, this particular movie is amazing because if you look at even the picture on my channel, that nasty, you would think it would be so scary. It's not scary, but it's you know what I'm saying. It's I've never seen a movie that was funny, demonic, but you know what I'm saying. It just
dumb at
it
the
was
same
different,
time.
and you could go to sleep without feeling like you're fearful or hearing noises. Because sometimes you get so caught up in these sick demonic movies, you start really because demons are real. You start really tripping. You know what I'm saying. So you have to check out this movie. Of course the kids have to know there are gory scenes, but it's not really gory like we're used to, you know what I'm saying? Because you can tell it's fake blood, even when they have faces.
Obvious it's fake blood.
Yeah.
And that's what made it funnier. Was the fact that that's what made it dumber and likable because of the fact that it was so stupid. And it was like one of those teen movies. It's like you and your teen could watch your little 13-year-old and it would be nothing. And you just be like, what didn't happen here? What the mess, the skippity scoopity doo dah happened in here? And it definitely leaves you with that type of energy. And that's what I like. It was like a feel stupid movie. You know what I mean? It was like if you know what I mean? Like you would kind of watch the movie like, am I tripping? Am I having a trip?
Right. Man. Yeah, but hey, what's happening, Lollipop Kid? How you doing? Shout it out. They're in there in the bushes. She's too funny. Too funny. But anyway, so what did you think of the movie, Dr. Mary?
I I just laughed. I was just laughing and was like, what the heck? It caught my attention. I don't know why I held my attention for so long. And I thought to myself, I said, well, I must be crazy. I must be crazy as heck that I'm just gonna sit here and watch this movie this whole dang on time. But I did.
Right. Well, I'll give you guys a little synopsis of what the movie was. Let me see here. All right. So did you know this was a part 2?
But I noticed that, but I was looking for part 1. Did you?
Me too. I found part 1, but the problem is they're blocking it on YouTube. They're not letting people from certain countries watch it, so they blocked it. So I'm quite sure it's out there. We probably have to just kind of look. I was trying to find it where people could watch it on YouTube. But anyway, it says 2 years after the events of the first film, Cole is now a junior in high school. So apparently, it's the second part of him going through this whole thing with these demons, okay? So in the second part, it's him 2 years after the first events, okay? He's in junior high school now. He is unable to convince anyone except for his best friend, Melanie, that a satanic cult led by his former babysitter, B, really tried to kill him. However, Cole finds out that his parents have enrolled him in a psychiatric school. And he escapes with Melanie alongside her new boyfriend Jimmy and their friends Boom Boom and Diego to join a lake party. Now at the party, Cole witnesses the arrival of new students, Phoebe at the lake after finding a stuffed toy and directions to the lake. Later, Cole's friends play a party game on a boat when Melanie suddenly kills Boom Boom with a boat hook and saves her blood. So here it is. Cole is back again in part 2 of this movie, Babysitter, the Killer Queen, and he's still trying to convince his parents that what he saw was really real.
And he wasn't crazy.
Yeah, and he wasn't crazy.
They thought he was crazy because his mother was like, everything he said, she's like, and then and plus, like, the father was like, whatever. And the father basically had gone and was talking to one of the girls, his so-called best friend's father, his best friend's father, and he was getting high with him. He would go out there and play the game or whatever they was playing, and they would be getting high and things like that. And she was like, "You down here with that?" And so it was kind of weird that his father was like, he was more worried about. And so when they go to this party, because the thing is, she's telling him, he told her like, "Hey, this is what they're gonna do to me. My parents is gonna." When he found a little point, like you said, he found a little pamphlet. And so he's like, well, I'm getting ready to, he was trying to figure out a way to get out of it. Of course, it was senior skip that day anyway, right? Or whatever. Yeah, because they were in high school, right? They said, right. Okay. But they were in high school, so I think it was like senior skip day or some kind of skip day or whatever that they had. So the daughter wound up taking, his best friend wound up taking his father's car. And so they went to this island. They're like, yeah. So it's like a little happening island. They could kind of drink and have fun, do things that I guess teenagers do.
That's right.
None of mine really necessarily partake in that because I had a belt ready for them. They tried little stunts, but boy, I was too cool. I was too quick. I was like waiting on them outside.
You be outside already.
I be outside
waiting on them. Put the key in the car and you be opening the door from hello.
Like they was like, wow, they couldn't get out. They was like, dang, every time my daughter tried to skip school at one time, I had to show her who's boss. But nevertheless, so here we go with this dang on movie. So once the father found, and so she was just like, his best friend was like, well, hey, since your parents are doing that to you, why don't you just go ahead and come with us?
Right.
And so he was like, and so they called him to the principal's office, of course, right after class. And so he was like, do I go there or do I go there? He's like, no, I'm going with her. So he left. Of course, he battled with it because something within himself said don't go, but he went anyway. So he goes, he's like, yeah, I'm getting ready to go. And everybody's having fun in the car. And, the little best friend, he actually had a little crush on her. He had a little feeling for her. He was liking her. He was liking her, right? He was like, he's trying to put that thing down on her. So, so he was just like, hey, she was kind of flirting with him, but not because she had a little boyfriend in the car, And his boyfriend, you know how it is, in his mind, he probably thought she was blocking him. She was hating him.
Right.
So they get to this island, and then of course they see the new girl, because this new girl kind of came in. She's kind of like one of those. She was from like alternative school. She was from a different side of the tracks or whatever y'all want to call it. And so she was, she was in this little exchange program where they allow people, and they said it in a certain way, that they allow people who don't really have nothing to come to this particular exclusive school. So they go to this school, so she comes in and says something very, what is the word? What is the word? What do I use? A truce.
Right.
She used some a truce language, and they're like, oh my God, So she gets in, she's like, whatever, and then she takes the guy's sandwich and she finished eating it. It's really hilarious. So she come in with a bag, and so we kind of laughed at that part. I know Sister Angel was kind of laughing at that part.
Man, I was laughing at the whole movie, to be honest with you.
Right.
Because it was just funny. And but see, this is what I like, because this is not a movie I would pick.
Yeah, right.
But watching the movie, I was so into it. I didn't, it wasn't one of these movies where, no, it had my attention.
It held it, didn't it?
Yeah.
It's shockingly, see, what y'all don't understand, it's shockingly hold your attention. It's like, okay, now I'm getting ready to say some real wow stuff.
Okay.
Did y'all ever watch Hanging with Bobby Brown? Was it being Bobby Brown? Did y'all ever watch that?
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? And I didn't really want to see the show, but of course I was a fan of Bobby Brown. But I do have a Bobby Brown story that I have to share with y'all at a later date. But let's just say, okay, we'll leave that alone. So anyway, what I'm going to say is this. And so I was like, well, that's when reality shows first started coming out, and here's Whitney Houston, America's sweetheart. Everybody loves Whitney Houston, Kevin Hart, for God's sakes, like, you know what I mean? Everybody else was cool with her. She was a hood, cool, professional chick, and the way she used to handle Whitney Williams, I loved it. I loved it. I'm like, I want to see this, and I got to watching it. I was like, what kind of CPS is going on in here? You know what I mean? But I couldn't take my eyes off it. I kind of didn't want to watch it, but I kind of was like,
right.
Like this. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Y'all be like, how you put your hands over your eyes, but yet you still watching it like this. And that's kind of how this movie is.
Exactly.
Kind of like this. Like, I don't want to, no. And you be like, wait a minute. Well, wait a minute. What are they doing over there?
Right. Oh, Lollipop. Lollipop's like, yeah.
For real.
Yeah.
So I'm looking at the dang on thing. They got to talking to each other. And so they had to, so once everybody started leaving, the party got intense or whatever. So they got on this boat, right?
Right.
And they got on this boat and they start playing the little spinner game. Y'all know, come on now. We ain't gonna play on this line. And we ain't gonna play the little spinner game, bottle game. What was it called? The bottles?
Yeah, spin the bottle.
Spin the bottle. When you put the bottle in the middle and you spin it around, y'all know what I'm talking about. Now, we ain't gonna play innocent on this phone now. We ain't gonna play innocent. You spin the bottle around, and then whoever it land on, them two go in the closet. I don't think we ever played the spin the bottle thing. It was just kind of like couples. We knew that this person liked this person, that person liked that person, and we did the dare. Well, I dare you to kiss her nose. I dare you to kiss her hand. I dare you to tell him the truth that you like him. You know what I mean? Stuff like that we played.
I hated Truth or Dare, to be honest with you. I wouldn't play.
I like Truth or Dare.
No.
You know what I liked about Truth or Dare? Because I always took the truth.
Yeah. You don't want to take the dare.
I didn't take the dare. I wouldn't. I was like, no, I'm not doing that. We had this one girl. Well, I should be telling. Okay, I'm gonna tell y'all here. I ain't gonna tell her name, but I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna just tell you what she did.
Okay.
And we was at my slump party. We was like, Truth or Dare. And they was like, Dare. they was like, dare her, I dare you to lick the wall. So she was licking the walls. We was like, lick the wall right there. I had a plant. We was like, lick the plant. And she licked the plant. And it was not even a plant. It was like a plastic plant. And it had been dusted in like a month. And she was licking the plant. It was just like,
you guys are cold. Now that's why I don't play this game. See that?
We have been doing crazy stuff. Another thing, I was like, go up there and tell my mama that you hungry and feed you Seymour. And of course, I called my mom. I'm like, yeah, mama, she get ready to come because I had my own phone line, okay? So I was like, mom, she get ready to come up there and said, feed me Seymour, and I'm gonna tell you what to say. You know, my mother loved it. My mother loved to be included. And she said, really, I get included? I said, yes, you get included, you know. I had one of them fun moms, you know.
Yeah.
But I'd be like, okay, daddy, you tell them I'm getting ready to have them to come up there and ask do something such and such. And he'll be like, I ain't playing no game. And then he'll do it anyway. He'll do it just to do it because I told him, come on, daddy, do it, you know. I had one of them, I had fun parents, you know.
Yeah.
So anyway, in the movie, so he's playing spin the bottle. They're like, yeah, they spinning the bottle around, the bottle going like this. And so it ended up on him and his crush, his best friend.
Right.
So they go in the closet and she gives him a piece of her tongue.
Yeah. She was straight up, huh?
She was straight up. She was like,
And he was like, you have a boyfriend out there. And she's
right.
Like, oh.
He was like,
she goes, not for the next 2 minutes.
Not for the next 5 minutes or however 2 minutes or however long it was. And they kissed and they opened up the closet door and it was it. And so, long story short, it got hot. It really got going because basically they let them know, hey, they killed the little. It was like another little hanger-on friend that they had that used to dislike the guy. And so they killed her. And he's like, what are you doing? Long story short, they're in the actual cult that he had ran from.
Man, that was crazy. I was shocked. I thought, she's so nice.
And y'all gonna know that he's like a part of. Y'all can kind of tell something ain't really righteous with that friend.
Yeah.
And so, of course, the boy's parents is looking for her. And they're like, well, he's with your daughter. He's like, yeah, she's probably with her daughter doing skip day. He wasn't concerned about his daughter. He was worried about his car. He was like,
oh my God. You know, a part I was cracking up is when the police, remember the police officers? The police officer said, let me see a picture of your baby.
Yeah, he gonna pull out. Check this out. He gonna pull a picture of his car. He didn't pull a picture like of his daughter.
I was dying, cracking up. Here it is. They're saying their daughter and son's missing, and the first guy gives a picture of his son, and he's okay. Give me a picture of your baby, and he was worried about his car. He said, and the cop looked at that. It was a beautiful car, though. That car was nice. That's what was up right there. I don't know if that was a Barracuda or whatever.
It was a pretty. I would rock that. I ain't gonna lie.
That car was one of them. You know, kind of reminded me of my first husband. That's what we had, a Barracuda, and all of them, all his friends had, fast cars. We used to go up and down El Camino and just race. They had the Chevys and all that.
When I think about El Caminos, I heard. Oh my God.
But oh my God. So he says, give me a picture of your baby. He gives him the picture of the car. I'm talking about, that's what he was worried about, was his car.
Right.
The girl done took his car and a whole bunch of people up to this lake because she's a demon, basically.
Right.
But he thinks it's a really cool chick and she understands. She's the only one who believes him about the demon because she is a demon.
Right.
So when they get up there, that was a trip when they first chopped off that one girl's head. And I was like, what the heck? And boom, here come all the demons coming in. But they were fun demons.
They were fun.
They were pretty cool.
They're like, remember me? He was like, I killed you the last time. He said, yeah, you killed me, but that wasn't right. Why'd you kill me? And so they come comedy and like, why'd you kill me? and they were like setting it off in a fun sort of way. So I mean, it's one of those, and they didn't get really graphic sexually either.
No.
One of those, movies that you could probably watch with your preteen and y'all just laugh and be like, "What is this mess?" You know what I mean? We'll probably like a cult classic eventually. You know what I mean?
Right. So in the movie, basically what they're doing, these demons are trying to get his blood. Okay.
Right.
So they can stay alive.
Because he's a virgin. His blood is pure.
Right. But why were they?
I can't hear your phone, your thing breaking up. Go ahead. I can't hear you. Can't hear you. Can't hear you. Oh. Okay, well, we're gonna wait for Sister Angel to come back in. But while we're waiting for her, one of the things in the movie was the babysitter. Okay, think about the title. Basically, you don't have to see part 1 in order to appreciate part 2, because basically they kind of explain it, But long story short, the babysitter had tried to murder him, and he wound up killing the babysitter, or at least he thought he did. But if you see the movie, he didn't actually kill the babysitter. Well, he did, but he didn't. You know what I mean? Because they can come back to life every so often. I forget how long. I forget the premises of. I think every year or so they can come back to life because of the fact that they took this oath. And basically they were showing how everything that they went through, the demon girl would show up and be like, hey. So basically the girl, which was his best friend essentially, was working with the babysitter. So the babysitter wound up coming back. And finally, the girl has stumbled upon the little gothic girls, the real alternative weird girl that came from a different school, wind up showing up, and she wind up basically going, okay, I can't hear you. Can't hear you. Say something. Amen. Feel like we're on musical chairs. I can't hear you. So she's basically coming back, and she was on some stuff like, hey, what's up with you? I saw you, and you didn't do anything to me. I'm back. And so the little girl came in, the girl from the other school came in, and she was basically like, hey, it's me. You know what I mean? And she realized that she saw this dead body. So she's like, oh, I'm in the wrong spot. Long story short, he wound up jumping on, because she was on one of those water bikes or whatever they call them. And so he jumped on there with her, and they wound up taking off to the actual island because they was on the boat off shore, right? And so they basically he jumped on there with her, and she took off. He told her, take off. She's like, what's going on? He basically told her and whatever. I can't hear you. Can't hear you. Okay, I hear you now. Yes.
Oh, yes. So maybe it's my headset. But I try to keep my headset on because I get a lot of noise in the house. It kind of keeps the noise down. Hold on 1 second. Let me try something. Can you hear me?
Yes.
You could?
I can hear you. You're good.
Okay. Probably. I'm on my iPad. My computer's in the shop. So thank you so much for being patient with me.
Oh, you do. Okay, now what were you gonna say?
Hey, what's up, Ability Mom of 2 Blogs? We're over here on Dr. Amir's channel. So come pop on over here. There's that beautiful. Oh, thank you, sister. You are so amazing. Yeah, we're over here on Dr. Mary's channel just reviewing movies and everything. So come on over. I try to keep my stream on in case people want to come in and introduce them to this channel over here. But what was I gonna say was yeah, they were like why did because they said they needed to drink the virgin blood. But remember when they were drinking the blood, they all started dying. I mean,
Because he had lost his virginity to the girl,
oh, okay,
to
okay,
the
okay.
little goth girl or whatever. The one, the little alternative,
The one that he just met that there was
right? That just came. That
wow.
was new to the new student, basically.
Oh, wonderful. So that was cool writing, right? He once was a they thought he was a virgin still. Yeah, because I said, wait a minute. I said, well, how was he? Because I was thinking, I thought he was a virgin too. And when they all started dying, I was like, well, what's up? Okay, so I missed that. That's what's good about, reviewing movies with somebody else. Sometimes you might miss something in your system. I could be a little slow sometimes. Sometimes I got to watch a movie 2, 3 times.
No, it's okay. No, basically, and once he, because when they were in that cave, see the different parts, because they was taking a while to kill them, or try and kill them. And then she wind up meeting this creeper that was in the little
Hold on one sec.
but and then
Hello?
she wound up meeting this creeper that
Hello?
was in the little
Oh,
caves.
I'm live right now. What's happening?
And once she met him, she was basically like,
All right.
"Hey, it's
Hold on.
me."
Tea.
The babysitter basically saved him. Basically the babysitter saved him. And she went ahead and drank the blood as well and died. And so
Right.
the father comes in. Now the girl winds up killing her father.
Wow.
Okay, so just to
Wow.
let you all know. But when once the babysitter came in, thank you for coming, ability of mom.
Hey, Ability came over. Yay, hey, hey, hey. That's my girl. I just love her. She's so supportive. That's
Thank
what's up,
you.
Ability Mom of Two Vlog. Yeah, this is Dr. Amira. On her channel, she does vlogs. She talks about being, a mom that, what do you call it? Not fosters, but adopts. And she has a lot of really cool information. She has a website for all type of natural products. She does a lot of healing and very educating in health, the well-being, counseling and things like that. So yeah, try to subscribe and check out her channel. So what we decided to do is just kind of review movies, especially during this time of COVID. I'm stuck in the house. So, it gives us something to talk about, something to, and actually, I love watching movies, and sometimes it's nice to know, was it any good? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Was the
people.
movie any
A
good?
lot of times we don't know when movies are really good to watch, and sometimes
Yeah,
we'll miss it because of the title or the way that it looks, or you know what I mean. And think
right,
about it. And we do a lot of diverse movies over here as well. We don't
right,
do just
right,
one type of movie. We do all kind of dinky movies. We do
right.
horror films. We do gangster,
Oh, yeah,
mafia
yeah,
films,
yeah, I like the
and
mafia movies.
the good feel good movies, action films, and things like that.
Right, right.
Um,
And check out Ability Mom of Two Vlogs, too. She has a fantastic channel, amazing woman. Right now, she's doing a lot of, education on people who are blind. My sister, she also has a disease she's dealing with that has to do with her eyesight, lost her eyesight slowly, and she's doing well, but she's adapted to it. She's, educating people about it, and also different people that have issues with eyes, and it's just a great information. And she recently adopted a cat, I believe that's blind. Just beautiful people, you know what I'm saying? And these are the kind of people you want to bring yourself around. That's why I'm so glad I revamped my channel. And I just got some great energy, some really good stuff. And I'm glad we're growing our channels in a healthy and great people, right?
Right, I agree. We love you, Angel. Yay. Will you be doing any live night movies? I don't know if I will per se be doing that because YouTube like hates on it, and so I don't even feel like getting into that. I just tell you about the movie as opposed to watching the
Yeah.
movie with you all. I mean, there are ways around it. I did find out there are ways around it where we could actually all enjoy the movie, so to speak. But I have not. done that. I don't think I've ever watched a movie on here live with anyone. Well, other than on Sister Angel's channel, but I've never really put the movie in live, so to speak. Okay, wait a minute. Okay, there we
Sorry
go.
about that. Yeah, I was reading Prissy, her comment she had in the comments. She said, "How ironic! I just saw this movie last night on Netflix. How are reviewing it? That's crazy. I know, huh? Also, Prissy Shay. What you think? Also, Prissy Shay. Wasn't that movie funny? That movie was funny, and it wasn't like I was saying the kind of demonic movie that leaves you with some kind of uncomfortable feelings. You know what I'm saying? I had seen a movie recently. I was going to review it. I was going to have you watch, but I said, I don't want to review this movie. But anyway, they were looking in the mirror. It was called What's Behind You. And
I actually have saw that.
yeah,
So if you ever want to do a
yeah,
review on that, I've already
yeah,
seen that. We could talk
yeah,
about
yeah,
it.
yeah, yeah.
But that's really irritated
I'm
me.
just not. I'm just not into movies that you're talking and calling out little things in the mirror, and you got these demons downstairs. That that it just takes oops to bring it back alive, and you got people bringing back these demons.
I
It's
don't
just,
mind those movies.
yeah.
I just want them to be good.
Yeah. There's a lot of holes in that movie. It was a lot of.
Yeah, and it
That's
was
all I really
like,
bother. Yeah, I like
and,
movie.
and
Yeah,
I also think that another thing that we should get into and really dialect. I think next week we really should start dialecting these movies and just kind of bring up certain parts. Like
right,
this is not, is this believable? Is this part believable? This is where the hole is in this particular movie.
right, right, right. I
Because
agree.
that movie would be excellent for that. That
Yeah,
particular
because that had
movie
all
would be
kinds of
excellent
holes,
for that.
and who would want to go stay with a
Aunt that didn't even know and they didn't even want them there.
no. That was it's just like you need to stay in your room and don't wander around. I would have been
Right.
like, bye,
And where's
bye.
your father at? Why can't they never reach the other parent? What kind of
Yeah,
business they got going on when you can't even reach them? No email, no nothing.
that movie was just off
And then how
the path.
come nobody was looking for their first original caregiver? That didn't make
Exactly.
sense to me.
Exactly. You're welcome, Ability Mom of Two Blocks. But I just, love talking about movies and, and it's so funny how our sister in the chat said she just saw the movie. Here we are reviewing the movie, but also the movie I thought was really it was well written. It really was because it had each demon had their own little power. You know what I'm saying? What they could do. I like the way she was trying to find where they went, and then she hit that fire, and it just had a trail to where they were around the
Right.
other side. That was pretty cool. I mean, you saw little different things that they would do. That that one, like that one demon. She was pretty cool. She was all into her looks and her heels.
Yeah,
She was
when she got
she looked
caught
like
up
she
with
looked like she was dressed to go out to a party. But here she is. Some demon. It was just fun. It was fun. It was a teeny bopper movie as far as I'm concerned, but I
it was
enjoyed
definitely
it.
teeny bopper.
Yeah, I
It was
enjoyed
like
it.
a slumber party type of movie. You know
Yeah,
what I mean? It's like when your friend is over there, you all are bored as heck and
right,
don't
right.
have anything to do, and you have like we used to eat like Snickers. My parents used to always have like the best snacks. And we used to have Snickers, popcorn, pizza, and that kind of thing.
Yeah,
So, and you could just chill like that. I'm telling y'all would just laugh, and it just kind of revert you back to your childhood because our movie was Sleepaway Camp. Remember that?
yeah,
Sleepaway
yeah.
Camp was a movie back in the day that we used to watch, and uh
Man, quit fronting. We had crazy stuff like Freddy Krueger
Freddy
and
Krueger
Halloween
and
13 and all that
Halloween
weird
and
stuff.
Friday 13,
Exorcist 2 and Exorcist 1.
Halloween 13,
Man, that was crazy.
and what was that? I'm trying to think of that one. It was called
Sybil.
yeah, but it was
What was that? They're all gonna laugh at you. They're all gonna laugh at you.
Carrie. Yeah, that was definitely a great movie. That was a classic. You was like, they're all gonna laugh at you. They're all gonna laugh at you. She wasn't lying, though. She wasn't lying. She was definitely psychic. No, she was psychic for
Yeah,
real.
she
But she was
was.
just evil. She was
She was
crazy and
evil.
evil.
Yeah, she was. And that's why we laughing at these movies because when we were teeny boppers, we had some really demonic movies.
Oh yeah.
Sometimes I want to think, why, Mama, why you let us watch that?
Especially The Exorcist.
Yeah, when the priest
that was
get
crazy when you taking a crucifixion like that. They have blocked that out on.
But check this out, Dr. Amara. You got the priest getting beat up by the demon.
Right.
Where's hope in that?
Right.
I was like, what y'all trying to teach me?
Right.
Man.
But how about when she sat on that bed and she was like,
oh man,
I was like, I'm out here. I'm out this. I was like, I'm out this summer, girl. I'm out here. You can't tell me nothing. I'm out. But I had nightmares for a long time watching her.
But so was her career. She couldn't get no movie after that.
She sure couldn't. She could only play The Exorcist. She could only play the demon.
I don't even know if the girl got a date after that. That little smile.
But you know what? That's another thing we should discuss now. Y'all know a lot of times when people do these movies, some of these stars be having some of these tragic, peculiar endings of their lives.
Yeah. Well, that's what I always. But see, I always look up, like when you saw that movie. What was her name? Carol Ann in the TV. Remember?
Right. Poltergeist.
Everybody in Poltergeist had issues. The little girl died. The girl got stabbed by her boyfriend or something like that. The
got murdered.
The little lady.
The teenager.
She died.
Yeah, she died.
And I always look up when people play those parts. You know what I'm saying? Because you're really reacting that energy. Not only that, but look at what was that movie I was talking about? Oh, Ancient Egypt. They went into those people's, you're
talking, and that's why Elizabeth Taylor got really sick, because she had no business taking her behind in that tomb. And then, and not only that, but Cleopatra. We're not gonna talk about Cleopatra was not white.
She was biracial. She was biracial.
I know a lot of y'all think that, but
yeah,
she was.
Yeah,
okay?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I hate to throw that in your face. I hate to make you feel some kind of way.
Yeah. Because wasn't her father white and her mother was black?
Ethiopian.
Ethiopian. They're so beautiful.
No, she was Egyptian.
No, but when they open up those people's tombs and they open up their coffins, there's curses in that stuff. And
they
a lot of people, I look it up.
Google the inscription tells you, hey, you know what I mean? Because those Egyptians, like, we taking this gold with us.
Amen.
And people on the outside was like, we got you. Yeah. And that's why a lot of them died of a painful death.
Yeah, tragedies,
yeah, they open portals.
Oh my God! Check this out. There was this there was a whole group of people that go to Egypt that just kind of go for the tours and stuff.
Right.
But there's there's water there that they say it's very sacred. Mm-hmm. Right. Well, the guy jumps in the water, and he wanted them to pray a blessing over him and his wife or something. But do you know they died? They died.
But they want to be in the water.
I said, wow, these people got to quit playing. Remember I told you about that lady that was losing all that weight and they asked me to go and pray for her? And she came clean and she told me, I know what happened to me. And I was like, well, what happened? I mean, that girl was bones. And she couldn't, every time she eat, she couldn't gain weight. And she couldn't gain weight. She was in there cleansing houses. She said, I go in there and pray over the house. And one day she said, I went into this one house, she said, and I just had this weird feeling came over her. And I didn't say nothing to her, but in my mind, I always said, that's when she should have just bounced and said, not my call.
That ain't my problem.
But she went in there and, you got to follow your vibes. You know what I'm saying? You know how it is when you get in the elevator and you feel like, this is a weirdo up in here. He's a weirdo. Clutch your purse and get up out of there. You know what I'm saying?
You said clutch your purse.
Yeah, you gotta get up out of there. Get ready. You might have to use it, knock somebody out. You might have to grab some balls, whatever. But you follow your gut.
You get the heck out.
Yeah, that's why I
don't look back.
I'm the type of person I don't even like getting in the elevator if there's just one person in me. I just don't. Most likely I'm gonna win, but I just don't want to put myself in a position anyway. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Sometimes you could just save the problem altogether. I love angels, faith, and hope and how open-minded she is. Oh, thank you so much. That's sweet. Thank you. They open portals while rehearsing. Yeah, they do Lollipop Kid, and a lot of times,
Yeah, yeah, especially
yeah.
reading, and then you start reading excerpts from the Bible and stuff when they're doing the seances,
Mm-hmm.
and they're doing the seances, or they're doing the removal of the demon.
Right, right,
You know, that stuff is serious because I have removed, that's a whole nother subject. I done
right,
removed
right,
the demon before a lot of times.
right, right, right.
And I'm telling you, I had this one client, I'll never forget this, and I will show a picture.
Okay, tell us.
But I had this
I
one
like
client,
stories like this.
I
Let's
had
talk
this
about
one
it.
client, and she gets on the phone, and I'm telling you, my it was winter time, and I had heat on, and all of a sudden my house got really cold. And I was just like, oh, okay. I was like, yeah, something ain't right. And as I'm talking to her, I lit this candle, you know, little tree lit candle. I put the candle in one of these. This is my ashtray, you know what I mean? I do my sages
Right,
and
right, right,
like
right.
that, and I burn stuff in it. Okay. Um, so I had one of those. I set it on there. And then all of a sudden, as she was talking, the fire was growing. The fire was growing. This is a little bit of tea lit candle. You know what I'm talking about? And it kept growing and growing and growing and growing. And I was like, wait a minute. And by the time I look up, it's about my height. And I'm like, okay. So I took one of these and I casually, as she was talking, I wasn't even listening to her. I took one of these trash cans.
She said,
I
I
feel
wouldn't even listen. At this
no,
point,
not at
I'm
this
a, she
point.
said, at this point, I'm a fireman now. I ain't
Right.
got time.
So- Man, so I got this and filled one of these trash cans up and I filled it up with water. Not the same trash can, it was a different one.
Yeah.
And I filled it up with water. I threw it on the floor. And it just kept growing
And she's still
and
talking.
growing. She's still talking. She's still just a talker. Just a talker. Just a talking. And I'm like, oh God, what? And so she just kept talking. And it kept building and kept building. Finally, it started going down. I'm telling
Oh
you,
my
about an hour.
God.
I'm not playing. Well, it felt like an hour. It might have been like, no, it was
Long
about
enough.
an hour. It was about an hour. And the fire just kept growing, but it kept going down. And I just said, you know what? I was putting the fire out with water. She was just talking. And I just said something. And she said, whoo, she took a breath. She said, I feel so much better. The fire went out. And I said, can I tell you something? She said, what? I said, you had something in you. I said, do you know you caught I said, I should charge you for extra for catching my stuff on fire. You burnt a hole in my carpet, by the way. Okay? I said, you did that. She's like, oh, I did. I said, yeah, I had to be a fireman. I promise I told her I had to be a fireman to put my stuff out because you talking and whatever that was within you was coming out. And so she said, well, why did you think I had to let it out?
Oh,
And
no,
I
some
just,
people, ability mom of 2 blocks said, where's the extinguisher? I bet you got one now.
yeah, I got two.
No, I'm serious. These demons is something else. I'm serious.
I don't know why. I just
You got
use
me crying.
water. I'm just using
But
water.
you know what I love about you, Dr. Mira? You remind me of me because that's one thing I'm the same way. When it comes to demons and stuff like that, I always stay really cool. I
I
just
was
stay
so
cool.
calm.
And you was you she's just talking your
I didn't even feel like it wasn't a situation where I felt like excited or I was like, oh my God, the stuff's on fire. I didn't feel like that. I don't know why, but I just
No, you
didn't.
can't.
My spirit wouldn't allow me. And my
Right.
spirit just kept saying, and I just said like a prayer. I was
Right.
saying some things, and I was just like,
Yeah,
look.
you have to really be careful. I've dealt with a woman from Louisiana, and well, go ahead and finish. I want to finish sharing about
Right.
the fire.
So she was like, she said, really? I was like, yeah. And she was like, but boy, she said, but boy, I feel so much better though. I was like, I bet you do. I
You know,
said,
but
well, meanwhile, I gotta figure out what I'm gonna do about this hole in this carpet. I still,
man.
I'm not in that place no more. But my husband was like, "What the heck happened?" So I just put like a rug over it because I didn't want
Man.
to hurt his mouth.
No, but people carry stuff like that. I remember one time I was real young, and I had met this lady from Louisiana. I knew something was weird with her. Um, the girl that we were supposed to get a place together. I was leaving my husband. I went over and crossed water. I went over to Alameda, and I was hanging out in Oakland at that time. And I met this girl. She's really nice.
Mm-hmm.
And the girl that was supposed to move in with me and go half on the rent ended up not being able to move. So she was like, "Well, how about me and you?" And I was thinking, "Oh, God, I don't really know her that well and stuff." But I was kind of like in that situation where like I better, I won't be able to pay the whole rent. So I said, "Well, okay, cool." So we lived together, and she was really nice girl. She was a lot older than me, probably about 20 years older than me. I probably was in my early 20s when I left my husband, and she was probably 30 something. And I would always ask, like, where are you from? Because you know how people from Louisiana have that little
Right, that little accent. Mm-hmm.
accent, and stuff like that. And I know my family's from Louisiana. Never been there, but I didn't know much about it. But I wanted to get to know her. And I remember one time she had went to work, and I had went into her room to bring her laundry in there, and I saw a little picture, and I turned it around, and it said, "I miss you, Mom." I said, "Well, she got a daughter." I mean, so she had like a family and stuff. And I was thinking, well, maybe she's running from her family like I was running from my husband. You know what I'm saying? I didn't have no kids though, but but anyway, as time went, I started dating some of these men because out there in Alameda, there was a lot of people that were in the service, a lot of people from the service and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
And I was still kind of in love with my husband. And I had just broke up my first love, and I was like not really looking for anybody, but just kind of passing time. And there
Mm-hmm.
was this one guy that was really handsome, really nice guy named Michael, and he had came over. she said, she says, "Hey, do you really want to keep Michael?" And I said, "Not really." You know what I'm saying? I just was, I'm enjoying myself, sister, but I want to let her know. Look, I'm kind of, I'm a player right now.
Right, right. I'm a player from him.
I'm a young player.
Right.
But I told her, I said, no, why? She says, well, if you do, all you have to do, and this is gross, but this is what she said.
I already know.
She said, she said, all you have to do is take your cycle, your menstrual,
Right.
and put it in his food. And I was like, you
I'm
know what
not.
I'm saying? Like, are you serious? But I didn't want to act, like it shocked me. So I was just like, oh. But I was like, oh, okay, good to know. Thank you. I'll put
And
that
I
in my.
tell a lot of people that don't always work. I tell a lot of my clients that they try to do that. I'm like, it doesn't always work
But
because.
check this out. Let me finish telling you about
Uh
this
huh.
crazy woman. So I already knew she was on some stuff, right?
Right.
And then one day she was talking to me about witchcraft and stuff like that. And I told her, I said, that stuff don't work, girl. And she said, no, it works. It works. It works. And I said, no, that stuff don't work. So me and her got in this big argument about how, you can't do stuff.
Uh huh.
So guess what?
What?
I go home to visit my mom and I'm asleep. And all of a sudden, I feel like somebody's choking me. I could feel the hands and just crushing my throat.
Oh
And
wow.
but check this out.
Mm-hmm.
I see her face because I had a gift too.
Right.
So I seen her face and it just flashed. And I still get that now. If I have an enemy around me, I always have a dreaming they'll flash.
Mm-hmm.
But this is the first time it ever happened to me. And I remember I got up and I could still feel it. And at that time, I was told in the spirit, don't tell her that you ever experienced that. But what happened was because we lived together, she had access to my hair and things like that. So she was doing some things, trying to see if I would say something so she could say, yes, it does work.
Exactly.
That's why I always tell people be very careful who you deal with because they can do certain things with their gifts. Things you see, like even in biblical times, when you saw the Pharaoh doing things and Moses would do something and back and forth, but it only can go so far. But the thing is, not that you need to be scared and stuff, but you have to respect the crowd. Some people have gifts that can do stuff. You have to be very, very careful, especially with your enemies, people that are against you. You don't want to antagonize people, play games with people. Some people are really. I've met some. I don't know what it was about me, but there was a time that it seemed like all I was attracting was demonic people. So I learned a lot. Like I know what witches smell like. I know what they, uh,
Well,
what
they have a smell to them.
the language. Oh yeah, they
Mm-hmm.
got a smell. Um, I learned a lot. So as I gotten older in my gifts, I found a place where I'm okay. But you still have to learn what to do and not to do, and and be respectful. But yeah, there's people that could do stuff, and not long after that, I ended up leaving the place. But yeah, you meet some crazy people that just like that phone call you got. It's like when people ask me to cleanse houses. If I don't really like to do stuff on uh, when people request. If I'm led to do something, I'll just do it. But I don't really get involved with people asking me to do stuff unless the person that is running that house comes to me. But if you're just living in that house or you have a problem in that house, but I need to know who's the owner of the house. You know what I'm saying? Who is
Exactly, because
yeah.
because whatever you do might not work, and then you'll be
Right,
wasting time and energy.
right. Well, not only that, but people have free will to do what they want in their house.
Right.
I have no right to go into somebody else's house and start cleaning stuff when it don't want to be cleansed. That happened to like I told you before. My friend would always call me about her husband. Come over here and pray in my house. My husband got all these people over here. Woo, woo. That's your husband's house. When your husband calls me, I'll come. But I ain't coming over there, girl, and bringing that crap to my house. I don't want to open the door to things like that. Not that you can't get it out, but it just puts you in a position that you get frustrated. You kind of go through some things, then you have to do stuff, and it's just too much.
Which is why I don't even have company. I barely have company over. I'm telling you,
Right, right,
people don't even like coming in my house. I'm telling,
right.
like how people don't even like coming in my house because I have so much. And it's a unique energy, and they come in here and they be like my folk my I'm like my
Mhm.
spirits in my house don't like everybody.
That's right. That's
And
right.
they will tell you.
Amen. Amen. That's how it is here too. Like when that guy came to fix my that dryer. I said I wanted to buy no dryer,
Right.
and my husband and uh, my roommate went in half. I bought a dryer. Well, the guy came over. He was working on the dryer, and when I came out, he says, "Oh, so you're a Christian, huh?" And I said, "Yeah." And we got to talking, and he gave me a really good. Like he dropped about $50 on the price. I said, "Well, right on." Sometimes when people get to feel your energy, they know what you're about. It could be a perk. You know.
Yeah, it
He
can.
said, "Yeah." He said, "Any problems you have," he said, "Call me anytime." I was like, "Right on." But sometimes people can come to your house. They could tell. I know when I'm around dark people. I could feel it.
Yeah,
I just,
everybody ain't meant to be around you. You got to be careful. That's why I always tell people.
yeah,
That's why I tell my daughter a lot of times, stop inviting everybody to her house.
right.
She'd be
That's
like, "Well,
true.
such and such come over here." I said, "Well, they not coming over here, girl. You can do whatever you want to in your house, but they won't be coming over here."
Right, right. Yeah, you have to be very careful. Hey, how you doing? Trump China virus will go away. Hey, hey. Yeah, she said I don't either. Yeah, we over here at Dr. Amir channel. We put the link in there. Yeah, and it's true. You learn to. That's why I really don't like to get involved with people that are just so easily to try stuff. They just want to do stuff. It's like you gotta be careful what doors you open. You know what I'm saying?
I agree. You
And
certainly do. We got to be careful because I'm trying to tell you this ain't no everybody doing stuff. And I try to tell people you can't do everything. Don't do everything. I try to tell people even like reading. Look, my daughter was telling me about my friend does he'll the same thing you do. I say no, she don't do the same thing I do. And furthermore, you better stop letting that girl read you.
yeah, that's right. That's right. You have to be very careful. I remember this lady I met. She was very, oh my God, this lady was so demonic. Oh man, she was really demonic, and she was one of my sales reps. I had met her through a job, and when I started my own cleaning company, I was going to pay her to get me contracts. But as I got to know the girl, this girl was a
Mm-hmm.
demon. And
I'm
I
trying to
think I
tell you.
told you that story. Didn't I tell you that story where I went to her house and she was talking to the devil?
No, well, you didn't
Oh,
tell me that.
girl. Oh man, let me tell you this story.
I'm trying to program this to get on my phone so I can go, so I can
I
take it
was
with
cool.
me. Okay, I'm sorry.
You know what I'm saying? You
I'm
always gotta
listening.
be cool. But anyway, are you sure I didn't tell you this story?
I'm positive you're not telling me nothing
I
about
can't
this
even
lady
hear you.
talking no dang on demon now. You ain't never told me no stuff like that.
Well, let me fix my. Can you hear?
Yeah, I can hear women.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I'm trying to. While Sister Angel's trying to fix that, I'm trying to see if I can get in here so I can jump on my phone so I can
Oh,
take
cool.
it with me so I can
Oh,
go to.
cool.
All right, let me see.
Cool, cool, cool.
Okay.
I stopped doing. Yeah, yeah. You can't just have anybody running up in your house. You know what I'm saying? You really gotta know people. You know, it's just people are just into stuff. They like to go and touching your stuff, leaving things at your house. You know that what this? Maybe leaving little voodoo's. You gotta be careful.
Wait, hold on. Wait a minute.
Test. Can you guys hear me? Put a one in the chat if you can hear me. Okay, can't hear? Okay. Let me see. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? All right. Cool, cool, cool. Yeah, I don't know what happened. I don't know where Dr. Amel went. She said, I'm out of here. I don't know what's wrong with this headset. I was trying to see if I could use this because there's a lot of sometimes the dog's barking. You guys hear it in the background. I said, well, maybe I'll put the headset on and it'll keep it a little bit more quiet. But I think there's something going on. Something going on. But anyway, family, let me tell you what happened to me with this demon I met. Okay, there was some time ago. I had my own business doing a cleaning company, and I met this lady, and I didn't know she was demonic, and she was going to be one of my sales reps. I hired her to go get business for my company. So to make a long story short, I had went to her house. We started talking about contracts, and she had asked me. She said, "Angel, I have a question for you." And I said, "Well, what's up?" She says, "Have you ever thought about joining a circle?" And hey, can you hear me, sis?
I can hear you. I could hear you before, but I don't. For some reason, you couldn't hear me, but I could hear you.
Yeah, I think it's his headset. I have to just I don't know. I'm using my iPad. My computer's in the shop, so it's just acting funny. But anyway, so to make a long story short, I got with this demonic woman. You know, thought she would be good at sales, and really nice lady. But when I went to her house, everything was cool. And then all of a sudden, she looks at me while we're sitting there doing contracts, and she says, "Have you ever thought about joining a circle?" And I'm thinking like a circle of presidents and CEOs, and a circle of business owners,
Mhm.
right? And she's talking about in the cult, being a part of a witch circle, and
Mhm.
you know, and I looked at her and I said, well, I really don't join things because we're on two different levels at this point. I'm thinking about you know business, and she's thinking about something else. And then she turns over to the right and she starts talking to somebody. And I'm sitting there looking at her, and she's like, and all of a sudden she looks at me and she goes, Angel, She says, you don't know how powerful you could be. She says, you can be a priestess and you can be this and you can be great. And then as she's saying all these things, as if I'm going to take over God's seat, you know, I got this fear in my pit of my belly, like, run, but I can't. Get out. And I'm sitting there listening. And I'm sitting up there listening to her like I'm ordering a plate in a restaurant. Like, oh, okay. Oh, what, really? You know, like, wow, I can be a priestess. Really? Oh my God. But I'm thinking, I got to get out of here. And then she's looking over here talking to the devil. And then she's looking back at me and she's saying, you really should think about it. And I said, yeah, you're right. I'm going to think about that. And then I remember thinking, okay, don't leave too quickly. Be cool. Don't let her on to knowing that she's demonic and you're not cool with it.
Right.
That's cool because you want to get up out of this house, right? And in the place she lived was an old trailer park, and trying to get out the place was on the other side. You had to drive through.
You was in a scary movie for real.
So what was that?
You was in a scary movie for real.
Yeah, girl, I was one of the cast, and I was sitting up there like, okay, I gotta get out this place. So, you know, I'm sitting there thinking about, oh, I'm so glad I didn't eat off this woman and whoop de whoop. So then after about 10, 15 minutes, I said, well, girl, let me get up out of here. I said, you know, go over the contract, blah, blah, blah. And I'm in the car shaking like, oh my God, what did I just witness? This girl was sitting up in here talking to the demons, telling me what I'm, you know, take God's seat, whoop de whoop. I'm some kind of priestess and I can do this. And
she said, take God's seat. What?
Well, she was basically saying, you know, you could be like a god, a priestess, and you could be, you know, the lead, and you know what I'm saying, like I'm supposed to be so powerful and all this kind of nonsense. You know, she's like putting me in a God seat, like people will look up to.
Okay, God seat. Okay,
yeah,
seat.
Yeah, God seat.
Okay, gotcha.
So I remember going home and thinking, dang, I gotta get rid of this girl. You know what I'm saying? Screw her. I don't need that kind of help. You know what I'm saying? I don't need that kind of business. So I remember I didn't hear from her, and I was happy about it. Well, one day the phone rings, and I'm like, hello. She's like, hey, how you doing? I haven't heard from you. I said, oh, man, I've been so busy, and whoop, whoop. And I'm thinking, oh, you know. And so we're talking about the contract and how, you know, they've been calling her back, and they want to have a interview with us about this, you know, cleaning this cow train or whatever. It was a big contract. And then all of a sudden she says, hey, have you thought about what I asked you the other day? I'm thinking, want to hear about this? And I said, yeah, I did. I said, a matter of fact, I don't join circles. The minute I said no, she went and hung up the phone. And I was like, hello?
Yeah, that's something different.
That demon started, because see, they get paid big money to get you in, right? The promises. And when I said no, she sounded like a pig. You know how they be making that noise? And then she dropped the phone. I'm thinking, what the heck just happened here? About 10 minutes later, she calls back, I'm sorry, I'm so sorry. And I was just like, this lady is straight up.
I'm like, goodbye. You know, and I am a high priestess, but I'm a high priestess. It's not like that. Now she on some other stuff. What it is for me, I help I'm a tantrist high priestess. So but you have to do it a certain kind of way. So basically, let me break this down for y'all. I have had clients who I work with who are couples. So I only want to do it with couples. You know what I mean? I wouldn't do it with a single person. Right. I like to work with couples who need help to get to know their partners sexually. No, I'm not going to be there while they have sex. Let me just tell y'all that. Okay. Right. No, I'm not going to listen on the phone and say, do this, do that. No. Oh, no. Okay. Thirdly, I do believe in having people to be able to connect together to make their power energy stronger as a couple, as a being. and for them to be able to manifest things. Yes.
Right.
That's what I draw. So that's what I do.
Oh, good.
So that's what a Tantric high priestess is. But they do it a different type of way, certain forms and certain realities. And I've taken a lot of classes that I have helped people to get to their highest being possible energy that they could possibly do.
Right.
But am I going? And I'm talking to spirits, but it's a difference.
Right. Well, see this lady.
Can't hear you. You got a short in it. It sounds like you got a short in it.
Yeah, now you can hear me, huh?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. I'm sorry. I can't use, let me turn this up. I can't use this headset on here. It's just not acting right. Let me try this. But yeah, this lady was a demon, and what she does is she'll try to buy people through money, and she probably figured, this is a young girl. I know that she's connected. We can use her power to do what we would need to do over here. What I'm going to do is buy her through getting her a big contract, and she's gonna agree to me because I can get her a contract that's going to make her a lot of money in her business. Okay, and a lot of times people end up getting cut up through money. And hey, can you hear me now?
Yes, I can.
Okay, cool. So this is a different one. So, but I'm not the one. You can't buy me. I'm just, it's not going to happen. And we was looking at some big contracts.
I just don't want to be around anybody. Because I feel energy, and I'm an energy healer, and I can't personally be around anybody. Not even family. Sorry about that, y'all. Sorry about that.
Oh, that's okay.
Not even family. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's a difference now. Do I have a gift to do certain things to people? Absolutely.
Right.
Do I want to? I'm just being honest. Do I want to? No, because that's not what I'm not here for all that. I'm here to help.
That's right. Yeah. And you have to be careful. You have to be careful that you're not going around blessing, cursing people, because, that stuff come back on you too. I've seen people do it, and I've seen it come back on them. And I tell people, don't fool around with people, because it will come back on you. You got to be careful. And you don't want to be around anybody that you feel like you have to curse. And I really don't like people around me that.
Oh my God, you said it. No, I don't want to be around. I don't want to be around anybody that I have to jack up.
Exactly.
I'd rather you just get the heck away from me, and I live my life and you live your life. I think that is the best way to accomplish many things in your life. Because think about. Okay, let me give you an example. Mm-hmm. Think about if someone owes you money,
right?
And they got on your nerves. So let's say they owe you $20, $30, $40, $50. Okay.
Okay.
Little money. Well, no, we ain't gonna say 50. I'm gonna say 20. I'm gonna say 20 and below.
Okay.
No, not 20. 20, I might have to come knock at your door because I owe my cash. So let's say $10.
Okay, $10.
We in a recession now.
Right? Huh.
Shoot, I need my money. All my cash. Well, let's say so with that $10, right? I'm just gonna be like this. You owe me $10. But if they really work my nerves and I really wanted to get the heck away from them,
right,
then that was well spent $10 to keep them away.
Exactly.
I'm just being honest. So ain't no point of me trying to do nothing to them.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? I had a client like that. A client I just had recently. She owed me $10. She went over the service that she paid with. I hit her up one day. I was like, look, you need to make sure you pay that balance. I said, if you don't pay that balance, it's gonna be an extra charge,
Yeah, yeah.
So finally this morning, she pays it after a month. I'm not playing. After a month. And it
Wow.
wasn't number $11.
Wow.
Okay. But that $11 still mine.
That's right. And that's business. That's your business.
Come
You know what I'm
on.
saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
That's
she
right.
hits me up. She pays extra. And then she's like, well, I need to talk to you. I'm like, she gonna wait.
Yeah. Get you some money because last time you talked to me, you owed me money. And
Right.
still didn't get it back for after a
Right.
month. Now you want to pay me and then owe me again.
Right. It's like, no, she ain't owe me no more because I ain't gonna do it till she pay it.
Yeah,
So
you got to pay
if
up
she
front.
really wanted to talk to me, or she really wanted to have a real conversation with me, then she would have made a pay. Then she would have did a payment for whatever she wanted to. We're not gonna have a conversation, and then no, it's not working.
Yeah,
Like that. So I
that's
did
not
not
right.
talk to her.
Yeah, yeah.
And then I have one client that one of my regulars that call me every day, and I'm not kidding you. She's like, I'm gonna pay you this, that. I already knew she was full. I was like, look. I told her, I said, look, this is the last time. Don't call me until you have all my cash, or I'm gonna put my foot up, yo.
You'll be asleep and you'll be like, pay me my money.
Right.
You owe me.
You owe me.
Yeah. But you got to be careful when you're dealing in business. That's like when we talk about, forgive us our debt and our debtors. A lot of people forget one important thing, and that's we're spiritual beings. We're spiritual. Being in the spiritual is more powerful than the physical.
And when you do that spirit wrong, they're trying to help you.
Right.
It comes back.
Right.
A trillion times.
Yeah.
And so that's why I said I'm not getting ready to be chasing nobody down. So I'd be like, look, don't call me. So I done got to the point now, and I said, look, you need to go ahead. Now, last time she owed me, she paid me right back. She's like, I will pay you back. I'm like, yeah, but you don't understand that I don't, because something could happen to you. I had one client, let me tell y'all this story. I had one client, this is no kid, I'm not kidding. She was like one of my regulars, one of my students that I talked to every day, showing her certain things. And she got sick. And she got bit by like a mosquito, and she got put in a coma, and she on the islands. Okay?
Wow.
So I'm like, dang. So finally I get this email out of nowhere. And of course, I have a lot of clients that's on the islands, that's on different islands. Okay?
Right.
I don't say what island that is, but let's just say one of the islands. Okay. So she hits me back email and says, hey, I'm a Christian at this point in time. Beautiful. You know what
I mean? Like, she called you to tell you she's a Christian?
She emailed me and told me she was a Christian. Basically, what she was trying to say was that I was demonic or something. Okay. That's what her
oh, wow.
I mean, and she was like, I'm a Christian now. I no longer want to learn Reiki, which is Reiki has nothing to do with your religious beliefs. It's just all about energy healing. That's all Reiki is energy healing. It's laying hands on people, which is Christian-ish, and among other things. But you don't have to be a Christian. You don't have to be a Catholic. You don't have to be whatever. You just have, if you have a gift, you have a gift. You know how to do things, you know how to do it.
Right.
Period. I mean, we're not gonna play this game. So anyway, so her behind. And so I think the month later she inboxes me because I know she just got the coma because people on the island be telling me what it is, and besides I knew. And so she's like, do I owe you any money? I'm like, yes, $40. And she's like, okay, I'm going to send it to you. And I was like, something told me that my spirit kept telling me she's not. And then she's like, well, I sent it to you. I was like, well, where's the proof you sent it? I'm going to play games with you because you're going to play games with me. I had time today, cuz.
Wow.
And she was like, yeah, I sent it. I said, ain't you a Christian now?
Wow.
She's like, yeah. So anyway, long story short, she never sent it. Secondly, she said that she was getting ready to get married. I found out she never did get married. Okay. Wow. She was going to marry that she was in love with. She didn't get married. The second thing, I mean, her life really started. She lost her job.
So she got a lot of bad luck.
She started having a lot of bad luck.
So she thought because she owed you money that you had put a hex on her of some sort. So she's thinking, oh, I've been dealing with Dr. Mira. Maybe you was doing some Reiki with her, and all of a sudden she got bit and got into a coma. She probably thought maybe she put some kind of, you know what I'm saying?
Had
some mojo on me.
No, what happened was, so the backdrop to that is, what happened was she had an aunt that was very jealous of her. And a lot of times she would find her aunt would leave dead animals outside of her home. Yeah, it get deep. And her aunt and her children didn't want her, was trying to get money out of her because she was well off. And they was trying to get money out of her. And what they kept doing is they was hoping that she passed.
Oh, okay, to get her money. Wow. So maybe, yeah.
So that had nothing to do with me. I don't have nothing to do with that. That ain't what I do.
Right.
I don't do things like that. What I do is, even if I don't like you, and I don't like a lot of people.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I'm not gonna lie. Now, I know y'all think I'm a healer. I curse. Okay. I go in on people at times when I need to, but do I do it a lot now? Not really.
That's good.
Not really, because it's like a waste of energy. But when I have to, if I'm pushed, I'll probably let you have it if you make it. When I'm pushed, but I don't just go out and be like, learn, filth.
Right.
You gotta really piss me off. I'm a Taurus. You gotta really make me mad.
Right.
And then a lot of times, and at this point in time, some people I just look at like they retarded because I think you're retarded. You know what I mean? And it's like, I don't. So on the part of me trying to put a lot of energy, because it takes a lot of energy for me to do something evil to you. I have done a lot of that in my past. I've done enough of that in my past. So why do I need to do that now as an adult? When you begin to look beyond a person, you got to understand, when a person is mean anyway, and they have all these trials and tribulations, and they are having so much bad luck, and they're just not happy within themselves, me adding to it is not going to make them any better. Me adding negativity to their situation is not going to help them even further for them to see the light. That's what I understand. So even if what you want to do, to me, this is what I find is better. And this is one of the things, when I was in the Nation of Islam, y'all got a life now. When I was in the Nation of Islam, I will never forget this. I remember when in the movie, but this happened also in the book. In the book, Brother Malcolm had said that Elijah Muhammad, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, had gave him a cup of water. Okay. And then he had another cup of water. No, he had a cup of pure white water. Then he poured like some dye in it or whatever. And then he looked at, and I can't remember the exact quote, y'all. But basically, he said you have to offer, the people would drink this water because this is all they got. It was something to that effect. But then he gave another water that was that have the dye in it and everything. He said, so what you have to be is this an example of this water right here.
Right.
And that's one of the things that my mother always told me about, being examples. My mother always talked to me about making excuses. And excuses, this is her exact quote. Now, this is her exact quote. Excuses are only good for those that make them. Okay?
Right.
So for my life, I don't like to make excuses for why I didn't do this or why I couldn't do that. You know what I mean? I just either I didn't do it. You know what I mean?
Right.
I always try to, the point is, I try to honor my word when I say I'm going to do something, even if I have to run late on something, because stuff happens. Like
exactly.
But even if certain things that begin to happen, you have to, as a person, not to make excuses for being mean, making excuses evil, because it's either yes or no. And if it's something within your spirit that tells you to not do something, then
Right.
don't do it. Don't
Don't
force
do it.
yourself into do something so you don't have
Exactly.
to always retaliate on people. Sometimes
Exactly.
the best retaliation, this is something that my mother also told me. Sometimes the retaliation is just no, because that person is gonna always come back to you. That person is gonna always come back to you and ask you to do something. Because my daughter was good at that. My daughter would always be, because she's a Pisces, them water signs, something else, and she'll do something real mean.
Oh.
And she'll tell me, like, I ain't gotta listen to you. You don't know what you're talking about. I'm like, all right. But when you come back
Wow.
to me, you better eat that humble pie. Because you gonna eat that humble pie. You know what I'm talking about? And
Right.
she'll come back to me like, Mom, I'm sorry. Now you need me. So I'm gonna let you
Exactly.
sit on that humble pie, and I'm gonna answer my phone when I deem I feel like it.
Exactly.
Sometimes it's not about the revenge thing. It's not always about that retaliation and revenge and things like that. Sometimes the best revenge is just moving on. I'm telling y'all,
Amen.
in any relationship, the relationships I've had, I didn't have to go back and, with my ex, I could have easily been like, yeah, well, he did this and he did that. Well,
Right. Right. Right.
I'm not gonna do all that. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna be
Huh.
like, hello, how you doing? I hope you're doing
Right.
great. I appreciate your energy. Thank you so much for coming here. Thank you so much for being in my presence. And she wanted a hug. I gave her a hug because I felt like she was a good person. And they not even together no more. And to this day, when I post something on Facebook, she always supports it. She always shares it.
Oh.
She always does things. And so what I'm telling y'all is that we have to be careful about always trying to get revenge or being, I don't know how we got into this. But the point
Lollipop.
is,
Lollipop said, moving on with silence.
I
Amen.
know because Lollipop done dance and stuff. She's like, oh, you ain't gonna do what I say do. I'm gonna show you.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's sometimes just more wasted energy. You gotta put more forth
Yeah.
energy in trying to get revenge on people. I'm speaking from truth.
Right. Right.
I was one of them ones. Oh, I remember one time this little boy liked me. He lived a house over from me. Okay.
Right.
His name was Damon. I'm gonna take out his name. His name was Damon. Okay. And Damon really upset me one day. He was making fun of me and he pulled my hair and he was talking crazy to me. And his mama, well, I ain't gonna go there about his family, but let's just say that he had outfits every day brand new and his mama didn't have a job. We're gonna leave it at that.
Oh, well, okay.
Okay. So he was really nice. He was one of them nice dressed little guys.
Right. Right.
And he had this little white outfit. He had on white pants and I think a colored shirt. And it was one of them shirts and it was brand new, like price tags and everything still on them. So, and then like they was all harassing me. Him and his little friends was all harassing me. They was following me home, teasing me. And I said, get off my porch, get off my front walk. And they was like, no. So I went to the hose. They said, you ain't gonna do nothing. I turned that water on to full steam and lit all of them up with that water hose. They told my mama I did not curse. She's like, did you wet him up? I said, yes, ma'am,
Yes, I
I
did.
did. I wet everybody up in sight. I even wet the neighbors' cars. I wet everybody's cars up. I didn't care. I was done. I was a little evil little child. I would say I was evil. I would say I was vengeful. Let me be clear.
Right.
I was vengeful. So I know I can tell y'all some stuff I done did to people that did something to me. I'm like, oh, you gonna do that to me? That was you did that to me. You did that to me? Really?
But you know what's weird? Like when you talk about doing stuff to people that you actually did,
Mm-hmm.
but with me that was really weird. Was things would happen to people that tried to hurt me and I didn't do it. This girl tried to beat me up. Right, we're in a fight,
Right.
and her arm was broke, and I didn't break her arm. Ain't that crazy? And then check this out. Then we're playing kickball, and her name was Roxanne. Roxanne always had it in for me. She hated me. I don't know, and I was so little and scary. I was one of them little ones that be running. And this girl had it for me. One time she said, I'm gonna get you after class. And I remember being in my classroom and looking out the window, and there was a lot of girls out in the window pointing at me. There she is. And I was so scared, thinking, oh my God, I got to get out. These girls going to beat me up. You know what I'm saying?
I had that happen to me too.
Yeah. And I hated that. I was so scared, and I went outside, school was over, and I go outside and they want to grab my books. I hold your books. I hold, they're all doing all that. And girls started, trying to hit me. I'm trying to hit her back. And all of a sudden she grabbed her arm and she was like, you bitch. And I'm thinking, what happened? And then her mom came to my mother's house and said, your daughter broke her arm. And I did not touch that girl like that. The same girl. This is no lie. We're playing
I believe
kickball.
you. No, I believe you.
We're playing kickball. All I did was roll the ball and she kicked it and broke her leg. I never forget this. And
I've had stuff like that happen to me too.
and her mother was calling me all kinds of evil. You evil. Stay away from her. She was scared of me. But I was innocent. I'm
That's
telling
happened to
you.
me too.
I was so innocent. And to this day, I always think about what happened. You know what I'm saying? Like, what was going on? Because I didn't do it. And my mom was like, what happened? I said, Mama, they were fighting with me. I didn't. How was I going to break her arm? You know what I'm saying? And her leg. And then her leg. And I remember when I got older, I was dating her brother, Van. And me and Van, was always close. And I forgot all about what happened when we was in 3rd and 4th grade. And I went over to the house, and when I walked into the house, and the mother was sitting there, and I'm older now, and he goes, oh, remember Angel? And she said, get that girl out of my house. And I was like, and Van was like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. And then me and him went to San Francisco and hung out because he was like, man, they're crazy. But when I think about it now, here in my 50s, like, what was all that about? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because God don't be playing about his angels.
No, but I never touched the girl.
You don't have to. That's what I'm telling
I was
you.
like, man.
Have something. I'm telling you, I used to think some thoughts. I done did that one time. I remember one time. I'm telling you, this bad. This real bad. I'm telling you how my thoughts. That's why I said I know I got gifts. I knew I had gifts early on, but I remember, and this is somewhat. Okay, I just say a family member.
Okay.
I had a family member that had a bit of a problem. Drinking problem, okay?
Okay.
And they drank and drank and drank. And I was just like, man, I wish they would just, have a heart attack or something. I'm sick of them always drunk. Every time we can't have no fun. Every time we try to have fun, this person is drinking and they always mess up our fun and they making our lives a living hell. I said to myself, and I was like about 8. And I kept saying to myself, and then I wrote on the paper bag. Now this is no lie, y'all. I wrote this on the paper bag, and I wrote their name and what I wanted to happen to them.
Wow.
I don't know why I did this at 8. I never saw a movie like this, nothing. I don't know why I did that. And I burnt it up. Burnt up the paper. And I was just like, I went to bed. I went to school, and the teacher called me in, and she was like, such and such and such had a heart attack. Your mom coming up here to get you.
Wow. That is crazy. Man.
That's how I know.
Did you ever tell your mom what you did?
No, I told the person though.
Yeah. Because sometimes
they stopped drinking though.
What was that?
They stopped drinking.
But how would you?
To this day, they alcohol free because it was bad. It was bad though.
Wow.
It was really bad. It was a living hell.
Wow.
It was bad. No, it was really bad. Like I'm not playing. Like I'm not talking about the happy drunk situation. I'm talking about bad. I'm talking about bad. And it saved their life. It saved their life.
Wow. And and sometimes things you experience and you see. And I know that freaked you out. You was like, "Oh my God, what did I do?"
I was just like, I don't know, something wrong with me. I'm telling you, I was just like,
you should have been drinking, But I
kind of felt like that.
And 8 years old, to know to write somebody's name on a bag and then burn it. You know what I'm saying? That's a trip. That's like a spirit came over you and said, "Look, this is what we gonna do." You know what I'm saying? You gotta be very careful. You know what I'm saying? There are spirits that come around and they talk to you. I told you the demon was talking to the devil, and I'm sitting right in front of her. Thank God I'm connected, and I was told, what to do to get about that house and be cool. you know. And I was thinking, man, this girl is a nut. And then when she called me, she went through her whole thing. And now, like if I go out and I'm doing something, you know, but very rarely now do I ever bump into people at that, you know. It happened to me more when I was younger and naive. But now it's like, yeah, you know, do your thing. That's your stuff. You know what I'm saying? Everybody got free will to do what they want to do. Trump China virus will go away. Says this happens to me. This woman told me we'll send you mask. I had something come over me. She lying. She lied before I gave her my PO box. I went there to see they wasn't there. Oh wow! So she was gonna
That's,
send you a mask and never sent it.
that's how people do though, and
Yeah.
that's why I'm telling you. And
Right.
I'm just the type of person like, yeah, okay, I'm not
Hey,
going.
Patsy, how you doing, Patsy? Good to see you, sweetie. Yeah, I had some soup earlier.
Yeah,
Did you see my video? I made a
I didn't get a chance to look at it because I had to remember I was rushing. I had
man.
to jump right on here.
Well, I knew that you don't, but when I was doing the video, I said you don't eat meat anyway. I know that, but this was a pretty good meal. You could take the turkey out, but I'm telling you that soup was amazing. I've never. I'm serious. If I could bottle that, man,
I'm telling you,
that's some
I
goods.
can make a mean soup,
No,
y'all.
but this is the first time. The first time
Okay,
I ever made turkey. Because I kept telling my husband, because he likes to make turkey necks. And I always tell him, babe, keep the broth. I'll make some soup. But he throws it out. But this time I said, please save the broth. I can make some soup. So he saved the broth. So I just went ahead and just figured out what I want to put in my soup. So I went ahead, did the little carrots and the potatoes. I went about the, celery. And, I was thinking about putting rice in it, but I didn't. But then I started just putting whatever, thyme or garlic and I said, okay, I'm going to try it out tomorrow. I'm gonna let it because I did it in the crock pot, let it simmer for hours. But man, and I purposely wait. I said I'm gonna wait till I get real hungry because I want to really eat it. And I did it. I did a video because I was gonna really, review my soup. And if it was nasty, I was gonna say this is nasty. You know what I'm saying? I'm serious.
you should just
Hey,
been like
it
this.
is what it is. This is
It's
nasty.
good.
Yeah, it's a wrap. Let me watch some videos. Okay, let me get some knowledge. But girl, when I ate that soup, I'm talking about it didn't eat nothing. That soup was so, and I should have known because like in the video I said my roommate, she said, "Hey, I got into your soup last night and I had two bowls." And she's picky. And I said, "Wow." And then I had some and I gave it to my husband. And I knew he loved it because when I went into the room, he was knocked out asleep. And I said, "Babe, I'm gonna get your bowl." He said, "That was some good soup." He just went right to, he was just relaxed. And I said, man, I don't know what you put in that broth, but between that broth and what he had, because he put seasoned up for his necks, and then when I took it, I seasoned it up for the soup. So I wish I would have known what he put in his, because he does it different every time. Me and him when we cook, we just kind of we'll try this. We kind of do it as we go. But I'm telling you, that turkey soup that was bomb. That was bomb right there. I ain't never had no turkey soup like that. But I got to try to make it again. But somebody else came to my comment and said, "Well, I would have took the meat out. I would have, just had eat the vegetables and stuff because they don't eat meat." But hey, try it. That was bomb. I'm telling you, that soup was so delicious.
I
I
believe.
think I'm gonna have me another bowl tonight. Hmm.
Yeah, I'm telling y'all. I'm weird though, y'all. Y'all, and I'm okay with it.
But
Weird.
like I said, God's people are peculiar people.
Mhm.
In my family, and that's what made me want to follow my DNA and do stuff because not because I want to know who I was and all that. I know my family and things like that. The thing was, I seen my family do some things that I just like, wow, the gifts. My family got gifts,
Right.
and my mother is a big. I mean, she can see
Right.
stuff.
Right.
She sees dead people and all that, and she's just very, very connected. She's not scared of no ghosts. She ain't scared of no demons. She ain't scared. They scared of her. But I remember one time she said she was watering her grass, and she said she turned around and she saw the entity naked, just naked. And he was covering himself, and he said, "Please don't look down." And I said, "What'd you do, Mom?" She said, "I just turned around and kept watering my grass." I said, "What?" I'd have been like, I don't know what I would have been. You just don't know. You know what I'm saying? Well, except when I saw that entity in my bedroom, that was one thing. But sometimes you just see stuff and you don't know how you're going to react because your spirit kicks in. You know what I'm saying? Your spirit kicks in. And if you're a warrior, you just do warrior things. But your physical is like, oh my God, did I just see this? I remember one time I took this girl with me to this retreat. She just got out of jail. And, when people got out of jail, we would do this yearly retreat and we go up there and, just celebrate them getting out and getting their kids back. So I invited her to come. And I told her, I said, we'll share a room and stuff like that. And you can come with me. And, because I had ministered to her for a whole year and got to know the girl. She was trying to do some positive things. So I took her out there. We went about 3 hours out to this retreat. It was really nice. And I remember I was sleeping.
Oh, God.
And I remember I was sleeping. And I, how you open up your eyes. And I went to open up my eyes. And there was this entity. He was all black. He had one of those capes over him and all this, real tall. And I looked, and then when he looked at me, he tried to duck. And then I looked, and she was asleep, and the TV was still on. And I said, "Wow, that was a trip." Just weird stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? And I would always have, like, whenever I would see them, they run, and I'm like, "Why are they running?" You know what I'm saying? I told you when we were doing that Nature Boy crap, and I seen his spirit, that chief.
You can tell. Like right in here, I would see stuff like right in here, and I would see it move on him.
Yeah. I didn't see that. I just seen it in the spirit when I was asleep. I seen the chief. You know how I used to wear that? Mm-hmm. And then he looking, and I just looked at him, and then he ran. He just like,
he's demonic.
I said, "What's wrong with that guy?" Well, he's just him
and Velvet demonic. When people keep playing games.
Right. Yeah, I didn't find out until towards the end, but then it was very clear. And I try not to talk too much about them too, because, you have free will. Of course. You could do whatever you want to do. You know what I'm saying? And if people, and the reason why people are following them is because they're lost. These are lost people.
Yep.
And, that's what they want to subscribe to. They can do that.
They have free will. They
have free will to do that.
That ain't none of my business. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
None of my business.
Exactly.
That's their life.
Exactly.
I'm okay with it. It don't even bother me. I'm not mad at them. I think they have a right to do whatever they want to do. And somebody dumb. This is my take on it. I'm just going to keep it real. If they dumb enough to listen to them and go with them, then by all means they deserve it. As long as it ain't nobody in my family, I'm good with it. I don't care.
Right. Yeah, if somebody wants help, that's one thing. But if they don't want no help, leave them people alone. They're grown.
I wouldn't even help them because they went over there. Nobody told their dumb self to go over there. And they know everything they get when they going over there. Now, everybody knows what's over there.
Yeah.
They dumb enough to go over there, then that's all on them folks.
And it's a trip because a lot of associations, groups, gangs, they're all little occults. And the minute you subscribe and make an agreement to attach yourself to that, it's so hard to get out. And that's what I try to tell people: be very careful what you open the door to. Thank God, I was never one to enjoy clicks. My thing was I was a natural opportunist, meaning everything I do I benefit from, everything. But the difference between me and a regular opportunist is I'm not going to run you over. You know what I'm saying? That's the difference. Some people run you over to get what they want. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to run you over. But whatever I do, if I'm following you, and
it's nothing wrong with seeing opportunity and seizing that you're supposed.
Absolutely. And not only that, but it may appear that I'm doing one thing, but Angel most likely is doing something else. And that's just the way it is. Because you have to do what's right for you. You have to grow as an individual. You can't just be following people, following them. And then what happens is you're building them. And you're losing yourself. Yeah, that's why you have to be very, very careful that you have to find a way to balance yourself, get what you want out of it, but you have to balance yourself. But don't be all in for people. That's how you get caught up in stuff. That's why I was always able to walk away from churches, walk away from little groups. I just I always had another motive. I always had another plan. You know what I'm saying? Why I'm doing this. It was never just because, like, if I was in Jamestown, I wouldn't have drank the Kool-Aid. I would be the one telling you what happened. Well, they was all dancing, and
I
that
would
fool was running around. You know what I'm
I would
saying?
have left before it got that deep.
Yeah, I'd be the one that probably got the video under the bed. You know what I'm saying? I'm that one that you think, and that's one thing.
I'd have been like,
Yeah.
look, I'd be like, we get ready to go. I'd be like, my such and such want to see me, and they gonna give us millions of dollars, but I gotta go there and get it. They want to see our children. I'll be back.
Yeah.
I'll be back. Okay. Yeah.
Oh, you be calling on the way. Yeah, yeah.
I'd have been running it down as far as we would have been running it down.
That's one thing, especially fire signs. They're very, very smart, and they're not really the leaders anyway, so they can't be following you for long. Mm-hmm. That's why people like to see what the horoscope is before you join. They already know what's up. Oh boy, we got an informer. We got an agent in now. Oh boy, she getting ready to blow.
It was way too many black people over there. Like, I'm like, are you serious? And then you come on the tape. She's like, I don't think that. She's like an elder. He's like, Mama, we gotta do it. She was like, I don't think this is a good idea. I was like, now you think it ain't a good idea?
Well, when you're poor and you're broke and you want a better life, that's why you see people always want to go down to people who are low income and things, because they want to give you heaven. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Those are people that are looking for a savior. You know what I'm saying? So they get preyed on, and it's really sad. You have to wake up and see what's up. You know what I'm saying? Because you'll be following yourself. Look at 900 black folk died drinking this white man Kool-Aid.
Now they was crazy.
It's not funny. I'm laughing because today you still see people doing this, and it's like, honey, we have testimonies about this. You know what I'm saying? We have information about this.
I still didn't follow all the rules. I did what I wanted to do.
Me too.
And
they always call you on it too, because they know. Because their job is to see who, make sure, the cattle, when they do the cattle call, they got to keep all the cattle in the same place. And there's always that one running around.
And I wouldn't even wear my uniform half the time. I'm like, look, you lucky I got black on.
Man, but yeah, and people want to be a part of something, and that's amazing. I get that. But you just have to be very careful what you subscribe to, what you get involved in. I mean, everybody has to learn, but sometimes in that learning, it's death. Some people die playing around with stuff. And I've seen a lot of people playing around. And I always came to the realization that these were people that were lonely. They wanted to, sometimes they wanted
family. They wanted to be loved.
Yeah. A lot of times they want to be a part of something, you know what I'm saying? And you start paying attention to them and telling them that they're great, and you pumping them up, And I was always real funny about being pumped up.
And then they turn you down.
Yeah. They'll pump you up and tear you down. What you making?
I mean, these little hot vegan things. I'm putting some hot sauce on my old Ashe to John with a spoon. Put some hot sauce on my stuff, baby. My mouth is hot. I had to do the Wendy Williams to get up and get my water. Do you see me go?
Man, I still got to order that. I want to get some more of that black sugar. That smells so good. Every time I put it on, I always get so much compliment. I got some on right now. It smells so good on my chemistry.
I put some on the other day. And
nice. How did it smell in your chemistry?
It smells really good.
Yeah, it smells great. It smells great. I put
That
it
was my
on.
first time you ever using it.
Yeah, my husband asked me the other day. He said, "What you got on?" He thought it was one of the ones he bought me. I said, "No, this is that black sugar." He said, "Oh, that's the one you got from Dr. Amir." I said, "Yeah, that's the one I ordered." He said, "That smells nice." Then my roommate wanted me to order. That's why that night I ordered. Remember, I said my order out. I did something, but something didn't go right. I knew something didn't go right because I normally would get something in my email saying thank you for ordering or something. And I didn't get that. I said, you know what? I think something went wrong. So I got to go.
I was like,
And
I'm waiting on something, but I don't remember what I'm waiting on.
yeah, so I have to go back. I just been lazy to go back and get my card and order again. What are you eating?
Um, these vegan wings,
Oh,
vegan.
nice. It tastes just like chicken, huh?
I don't remember what chicken tastes like,
Yeah,
but
because
no,
I
it don't
know.
taste like chicken
So
to
I
me.
know. Yeah, because when I used to eat, uh, you know, vegan food and stuff like that. Sometimes I still eat vegan food. Um, it tastes like chicken. It just tastes just like chicken. Yeah, I got this stuff I put in my coffee because I try to stay away from sugar. That
Mhm.
I forgot what it's called, but it tastes just like sugar.
Tastes like chicken too.
Yeah, it tastes just like chicken. It was so good. Yeah. But anyway, family, that's what the movie was about. Me and Dr. Amir always get into deep conversation. That's why I enjoy talking to Dr. Amir.
We didn't
You
win.
know,
We didn't win, but farther than other men will ever go.
yeah, well, because the movie was about demons and things like that. So you start talking about things you experienced or things out there. You know what I'm saying? So it kind of goes with the movie, and I'm quite sure somebody got something out of it. Some people always get something out of listening. I get a lot of emails. People say thank you for sharing this, or they'll ask me a question. I've had people that are into chasing ghosts, and they'll ask me, "Well, how do I deal with this? Somebody scratched me, and blah blah blah." Sometimes people just want to know what they could do to close doors that been open, and
I'm opening them. So
right.
I'll be like, cause you don't know what you're doing. I had this one client. She was like, I'm gonna perform the ending rites at my nephew's funeral. I was like, you better be careful about that because you don't know what you're doing. She's like, oh yes, I do. I said, okay,
Wow.
messed up.
Wow.
Bad luck. That's what
Yeah.
happened to her. Bad luck because she's hard headed.
Oh, thank you, Lollipop Kid. It's a sweetheart. He likes listening to us.
What
And
is the
what's nice about when we do these lives, people like to listen back. Like I always say, like I was just listening to you the other day. Oh yeah, when I was cooking my turkey soup. Because I know you always talk for at least 30 minutes or more, so I can listen to something while I'm cooking. And I forgot what you was talking about. You was talking about it was just yesterday I was listening to you. It,
negativity or something?
no, it wasn't about negativity. It was about no, I think you were talking about something about negativity and also um something else you're talking about. It's like maybe a 35-minute video. But you were talking about I can't remember. It wasn't your recent video. It was um it was right after we did that last. Oh, you were saying because I had counsel. Remember I counseled Friday? Um, we were supposed to do. We
This
were
movie.
going to. Yeah, we were going to do. Yeah, we were going to review a movie, but Friday. Um, I said, let's not do it Friday. Let's skip it and come back on Wednesday. So you did a video, uh, and yeah, you're just talking about. But my point is, I enjoy listening, and sometimes people like to listen to podcasts. They can listen to this while they're driving, and people find it. They find it very interesting. I've had done videos where they were 2-3 hours, honey, and people will listen to it and they'll write in the comments what I was talking about, what they liked. I'm thinking, wow, that was like 2 hours in. And
Right.
people, they tend to like to listen. They just listen. And I think that's great because I do the same thing. When I'm doing something, I always like to listen to something.
I do too.
Yeah.
I'm cleaning up.
Yeah.
If I'm studying or something.
Right, right. And but it's really hard to find people to listen to. You know what I'm saying? But at least when people know, hey, I know when Angel and Dr. Mira go live, they talk about these movies. They end up talking for a little while. Just listen, and they just want to listen out. So it's kind of nice.
Yeah,
You
no, that
know,
stuff was hot. Ooh, running. And the first time I'm sitting up here like a fool eating this hot sauce. Hot sauce so good.
yeah. Yeah, I don't like to eat too much spicy stuff. I
I love
will a little bit. Yeah, yeah. Some people just love spicy. I'm not really into it.
well, I'm paying for it right now. Woo! It's hot. When you were talking, I was going to say, woo!
So how y'all doing? I see a couple of y'all over in my channel. We over here at Dr. Amir channel. That's what that link is. If you hit the link, you can come over on this side. How you doing? I know you guys be saying, "Oh, they still on? What they talking about now?"
Woo, yeah. Woo, it's hot. Okay. All right. Well, let me just tell y'all a couple of things.
All right.
I took my products out the refrigerator.
Oh.
Let me hand sanitize.
Oh, okay.
Cause I'm uppity. People like they hand sanitizers. How many uppity people in here hand sanitizing after they put their finger up? Then I put my finger on my nose, but you know what I'm talking about. Y'all know I wipe my nose. Shoot.
Yeah.
I think I put too much hand sanitizer. My hands is burning.
Yeah. Trump got soap. Oh, Trump China virus will go away. You're so cute. She always be over there at my channel. You like being over at my channel, even though we over here this channel. She's a cute. I think she'd be on both channels. She'd be on both. This is what's up right here, family.
So this is one of my soaps. So this soap was not necessarily. This soap was one of them situations where you was just like, I'm gonna throw this in here. I'm gonna throw this in here,
right.
And wow, it's all natural.
That's right.
So once I got done with it, check this out. So this is my after soap.
That looks like it has some olive oil in it.
It got some oil in it though, but not olive oil. But I tell you what, with this soap you will put on after you get done with your regular with any kind of regular soap, and you won't have to use lotion.
I believe it.
This
so
is an after soap.
So what's some of the ingredients?
Well, I say it's an oatmeal.
Oh, I like oatmeal.
Oatmeal. So
what does it smell like?
I don't know. It don't really have a smell. It don't stink, but it's not a stinky smell, but it don't really have a smell. It's
that sounds like something good for the face.
Yeah, I put it on my face. I use it. I washed my face with it last night, and this morning when I was rushing after I took my shower, I was like, I ain't got time to put lotion on, so I'm just gonna put that on. And actually, it worked. My skin is so soft.
Beautiful.
Okay. So anyway, I'm selling that on my line. So that is called. It's called the goat milk. No, that's not okay. Wait a minute.
And how many bars do you get?
No, this is the after soap. No, this is the soap. No, this is the soap. My bad. Wait a minute. This is the goat meal. You just get one bar, $7.99.
All right.
So this is the goat meal. Okay. This is not the after one I was telling you about, but this does have a cinnamon. It has a. Okay, I just smelled it. It smells like cinnamon because it's goat milk cinnamon.
Right.
All right. So that's I made that myself now, y'all. I'm going to put it back in the refrigerator. Okay, here's the other one. This is the one I was telling you about. This is the after soap.
Oh, that one looks a little darker.
Yep, because all you got this is the oatmeal soap. That was the goat meal. This is the oatmeal soap.
Okay, oatmeal. Okay.
This is the after soap. Now all you gotta do is rub your body. You can use a soap and then put that on your body afterward, and you won't need lotion. I guarantee.
Nice.
All right, so I made that now, y'all. I'm so proud of my work that I've done with the soap. And of course, y'all know my gummy worms.
Oh, that's so cool. Yeah, I seen that when you sent me that email. Worms. Oh, wow. What does that help with?
Berry, huh?
What will that help you with?
This actually helps you with your immune system. You can take it per day. It's like a vitamin, and you can take it per day. It
Nice.
helps with your immune system. Helps you if you after you get colds and fevers. It actually is herb. It does not have any gelatin in it. No pork byproducts. It is vegan. All right? I made it myself because I'm a cold person. I'm cold at what I do. And guess what, y'all?
What
Now
up, y'all?
since I have the elderberry gummy bears, guess what else I got? I got the
Uh-oh.
bow.
Oh, that one. I like that.
Elderberry soap.
Wow.
Good. And this is good to the point where it ain't no joke. I need to put it back in the refrigerator.
All right.
But wait a minute. I dropped something. Okay. I need a vacuum over here. It look like it. Anyway, so what I'm trying to tell y'all is get my stuff because it's all naturally made by me. And I'm good at what I do.
That's right.
I'm the best. Okay, I am one of the best phenomenal people out here in the street. God came to me himself and said,
I heard that.
You rock. And I was like, what, God, for real? He was like, yeah.
That's right.
I was like, yeah. No, it's like,
Hey, he said you'll do greater things. Come on.
yeah.
Come on. Well, you have to be confident about what you're doing. If you believe in it,
Oh, yeah. It works.
and
I'm not only what is it? I'm not only a client, but I'm not only the president, but I'm a client.
yeah, right? Yep. But yeah, you have to be confident if you're doing something. Be serious about it. I'm telling you. You want to be confident what you're doing, because if you're not excited about it, why should anybody else? If I mean, shoot, that'd probably be the best soap they ever used.
It is. Only thing about that soap is, man, because it's berries, it ain't no joke. So just understand that when the soap get down, you might see some berries. But that's okay because when we were in different areas of the world, we use berries to wash our asses with. Now I don't know if y'all know that, but I'm gonna tell y'all. Okay.
Oh,
We use flowers and berries to wash up with.
nice.
I done took it back to really using authentic stuff that you can wash up with and not feel bad about and be clean. And it makes my skin, I'm not playing, my skin is so smooth.
Yeah, when I used to make soap, I used to put real oatmeal in there.
And that's real oatmeal powder.
Yeah, yeah.
I did like this. And grounded it down to the muscle and made it into powder.
You should do like maybe or try to do your 3 different kinds, and like you could sell one of the oatmeal, one of the berry, and then one of the other one 3-pack for $20 or whatever.
I'm gonna throw it in. That's a good idea, and I'm gonna do that soon. I'm gonna
Yeah.
put my website.
Yeah, order the super pack. You can have one or get the super pack or whatever you want to call it. And good for the skin, your face, your ASS, as you say.
Right. Yeah.
Clean that ASS.
Clean it up so you can get your butt together. You don't want to be stinking. My husband did a commercial for me, but he said he'll shoot it for me. And that's what he said. He said to all you, he was talking just like that. He's like, to all you people out there, wash your ass. Don't get my woman soap. And then he was like, rubber dub.
That's right.
I said, you gonna do the commercial for me? He said, yeah. He said, yeah, that's what I'm gonna do exactly like that. I said, when you gonna do it? He said, well, as soon as possible. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna be like rubber. I said, you tell him.
You crazy.
Yeah.
That's funny.
And then imagine being halfway asleep when he says this. He's like, yeah, I'm so proud of you. Look at your soap. And I was just like, yeah, look at my soap.
I think that's sweet. You have to, he should support you. He should be one of your biggest, fans. Because it means a lot when your husband is on point. But sometimes they be going left.
Yeah, they do. They show off sometimes, but he had to see the vision sometimes because he was like, "So okay," and I did it. He's like, "Oh, he used it too, y'all." He was in the shower like this. He was in the shower like this. He was rubber dubber dubbing in the tub.
He said, "Wow, which one did he use?"
He used the elderberry soap, and then
Nice.
he used the lotion soap after. Well, I should really call it the lotion soap, but he used the oatmeal soap afterward.
Yeah.
He was just like, yeah, it's pretty
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, I get to be honest with you, I get kind of addicted to soap. Like when I was using that was it I think it was a black soap. I
Right.
loved it. It didn't really, it was the one with the vitamin E, I think, in it. And I used to get it from the little African shop over here. And man, I used to put it on my face. My face be so soft.
I
And it
got so much
smelled
of
so
it
good.
too.
But I'm serious. It was so weird. I couldn't wait to take a shower. I'm serious. Just use that
I
soap.
understand, and I'm getting ready to
I
make.
love that.
I'm
I
going.
love
I'm
that
getting ready to
soap.
make some more. I got some black soap too, and I'm getting ready
Yeah,
to make
yeah,
some with the black soap in there, and
yeah,
I'm gonna put some other stuff in there, and we're gonna see how that do. And I'm gonna be
yeah,
like, "Look at my soap, get it up, get it,
yeah.
get
Kitty,
it,
kitty. Yeah,
get
because even when I go to like swap meets or to craft shows,
it."
I love to buy soaps. They smell so, and I love handmade soaps. I love when people make them because you get more out of it because you're not doing large quantities like some of these stores. So it's like kind of special when people had studied the different type of goat's milk and the olive oil and all the different things they use. And man, I remember this one sister. I don't know what she did with her soaps, but her soaps were good. And I don't know why she didn't get them in the stores or what she was doing. Sometimes it's hard, but her wrapping was good, and oh, it was so soft and it smelled so good. And some were different colors. And I mean, she was just really into the soaps. And man, I go home and use them. And I couldn't wait to see her that next weekend. I used to get a bunch of them. And one day she just stopped coming. They just disappear. I used to go down to, Apple Hill, and every year they have the apple pies and the apple fritters and all the crafts, and I go and get all the soaps. Man, go home and use them up, and you can't get them unless you go back to that event. But I
I
used
know.
to love homemade soaps. I think they're the best, really.
I think so too. And I know my father told me that my grandmother used to make some. And one
Wow.
thing, yeah, she used to put lard in hers. I was like, well, Daddy, this ain't lard in mine, by the way, Daddy. It is not lard in these. It's all natural. You can put on your little skin.
But back in the day, they probably used different
Yeah,
things,
they
and it
did.
probably was great. You
And
know.
he said that I remember one time. Well, should I tell that story? No, because we got some animal activists on here.
Okay. Okay.
I'm just gonna say this: dogs
Hmm.
have been used also to make soap.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna like that story too much.
Right. So I will leave that
Because I
story
love,
alone
I
that I
can't see
know
it.
of. Not my grandparents or anything like that, but I
Right,
remember
right.
they had a neighbor that used to do some stuff with
Wow.
dogs. And we'd be
Yeah.
like, look, the little dog. Well, they was the neighbor. Now, when I say neighbor, I'm talking
Right,
about
right.
somebody that lived about 10 miles down the street.
Right, right, right.
You
Wow.
know, that
But you
was
just never know. And speaking of these homemade soaps I like so much, who knows what they be putting in that stuff, huh?
I don't put I put herbs from my healing center in the soap. I
Oh,
don't
that's
use
nice.
anything else that ain't supposed to be in the soap. I don't even put lard in the soap. I don't put stuff that don't belong in soap.
Yeah. But
Okay.
some people are just bold like that.
And as well as only time my hands touched it, my physical hand I had gloves on, but
Right, right,
you don't have to touch it. Because all
right.
you're doing is pouring and mixing together because I got a machine for that. How about I
Yeah,
got a machine, guys?
that's right.
Tell Tell them, Angel. Tell them.
That's right. Yeah, she got it down. She a professional. She a professional. That's why I stopped making soaps and stuff like that, because I have animals, and when you have hair, dog hair, you gotta be very careful. You actually should not be doing it in your house with animals. You should be having an off-site where you would do stuff like that. So I would do it for fun, for myself, for my friends and family and things like that. They all knew I had dogs, but you don't want to be packaging things also, because you just can't get rid of all the hair. You just can't. It's just hard. So if you're going to be cooking pies or making soaps and things, you should really have a separate place. Like you have a business, you can do that at, right? You can go to your healing center, you can make stuff, or even at your house where there's nothing here.
I mean, it's nothing. Yeah. I don't have any pets. I don't have anything in here that don't belong.
Right. Exactly.
I don't have bugs, critters. I don't have I mean, your occasional fly, but I open the door. You know what I'm saying? But that fly just died. I saw it dead like this. They don't get involved in my stuff because it be running away from me because I'll get to swatting. I'll get to swatting and swatting and swatting. Swat, that's all I can say.
That's why I love hanging out with Dr. Mer. I don't even think we'd be really wanting to do too much of the movie. I think we'd just be wanting to kick back and shit.
That's all.
Let's just talk about the movie for about 5 minutes.
We'll be like, it's a wrap. Well, okay, I'm sorry. What did you? Excuse me. Let me get Professor. Well, what did you rate the movie? Would you recommend it for other people to watch? What does your intellectual intelligence tell you about this movie?
Oh my God. After 2 hours, so what do you think about that movie? What movie? No. I probably wouldn't recommend that movie. I wouldn't recommend the movie.
I would recommend it to an adult. I mean, I would just tell you that if you want to chill and your teenager get on your nerves,
right,
you feel like you want them out your face,
right.
Like, hey, go watch the Babysitter demon movie.
Hey, but what I was thinking about Friday's movie. Have you been watching that new one, Woke? WOKE?
No.
Okay. Yeah, it just came out. It's called Woke. It's about a brother.
The black guy that he woke up because police had, harassed him.
Yeah, something happened. I don't know. So he's an artist. He wants to be. But anyway, let's watch Woke. Watch WOKE. Yeah, watch Woke. I don't know if it's a couple of, but just watch a little bit of it. We could discuss it. I want to watch it. I've been hearing about it 3 weeks ago. It was coming out. Then I noticed when I was clicking my TV, it looked like it came out either today or yesterday. So I said, well, let me go check this brother out. What he talking about? Woke? Where he woke from?
Yeah, woke from what?
Get y'all wake up, brother.
They always talking about they woke up somewhere. Well, where did you wake up at? What were you asleep? Why was you asleep?
Why did you sleep so long?
Why did it sleep so long? First of all, I hate that
woke?
Term. I hate the term woke. I hate the term consciousness.
Yes, me too.
I hate that.
I don't subscribe to that stuff.
I don't either. Look, I know stuff. Okay? I don't want to be called woke. I don't want to be called
or part of the conscious. Are you part of the conscious community? It's like,
no, I ain't part of that stuff. No. Wait, my question is, are you a part of it? And they be like, yeah. I'm like, well, I'm not.
Bye. I'm glad I'm glad
I'm not a part of it. How about that?
That's all the hustle.
About that? And I'm not a part of it because you are. Just because you're the reason why we're messed up the way we are. Thank you very much. It's because you personally, I hold you personally responsible for the devastation of everybody. You're the fall of Black people. How about that?
Exactly.
I was born. You and your ancestors, you and everybody that was connected to you. I was getting ready to go Dave Chappelle on them. He was like, you and your filthy, he was like, you dirty. He said, you Mr. Beautiful, You go get the dog bitch dish for your mom. So he was like, I hate all of you. I hate every bit of you. I hate the Players Ball. Remember the Players Ball?
Dave Chappelle cracks me up. He is hilarious. Oh my God. He's so funny. I mean, he could talk about something today that's so sad and make it so hilarious.
Yeah,
you know
that's probably really bad. That's
yeah.
I'm like, why am I laughing at this? Does this mean I'm telling you, I'm telling you, in another life I could have been a comedian. I'm telling y'all. Because I'm telling you, I probably laugh at stuff I shouldn't laugh at. I know I do. Let me tell y'all this one story before we go.
All right.
This is wrong. This is one of them stories that
Uh-oh. Y'all get ready.
Stories that it's like wrong on so many levels that I should never laugh at, but I laughed and I didn't care. I felt good about it, okay? Laughing. Okay. So I remember one point in time, just to share out with this story. We've all had a past. I remember one time I was homeless for a minute. I was homeless for 2 weeks. My children and myself, we were homeless for 2 weeks. And I was not moving in with my mother. I refused to, because if I would have moved in with my mother, it would have made me comfortable and it would have taken me longer. Not because if I would have got comfortable with her, because she'd have been like, well, you don't have to do this, you don't have to do that. And I didn't do that. I wanted to push myself beyond belief where it would have forced me to do what I need to do, because during that time I had 2 jobs and I was going to school full time. Okay, I had a part-time job and a full-time job. Plus, I'm raising children. Now, what I did ask my mother if she could do the help with the children for just a second until I found a spot. I wound up finding a spot. I said 2 weeks. I wound up finding a spot actually within a week, but I didn't want to move in until I had all my furniture, because you want to clean up everything, and then I had my furniture within 2 weeks, and then I had me a car, because that was the ultimate goal. I had the money, but I just didn't have, like, I couldn't find anywhere to go at that time, because it was kind of a rush situation, because we were living with this particular entity for a minute, and they kind of was like, well, you got, well, whatever. And we was just like, we out of here, we gone, because it got really, because when I lived with that particular person, that's a whole nother you talking about demonic stuff, stuff, that's another story. But anyway, so what happened was I met one of these ladies in the shelter. We was up one late at night, and I couldn't sleep because the next day I had to go to work, and I had to go to school, and I had to do my homework, and so again, my children weren't there. Right. So I'm trying to get things organized to make sure that I could do this, that. So it was just one of them days. I wasn't miserable about it. I didn't have a nasty attitude. I didn't feel no kind of way, because again, it was a blessing in disguise. And sometimes things are just blessings for you. And sometimes you have to be open to receive and give blessings. Okay. Right. At that point, I was just like, okay. I wasn't crying or nothing. I was kind of laughing. It was kind of funny. So anyway, I met this lady. And she was an older lady, and her name was Miss Mary. Yeah. Okay. So Miss Mary had a children. She had a child. She had a couple of children. Her oldest child had Down syndrome. Okay. And I forgot what her name was, but anyway, she was one of them. She wasn't. Just because a person has Down syndrome don't mean that they slow, y'all. Right. I tell y'all that, because she knew how to take a bath. She knew how to drive somewhat. She was learning how to drive. Okay. She finished all her school. She graduated high school. She had like a little part-time job. Y'all understand what I'm saying? She was living life. She had like a little man. She wasn't, man, okay? But at times, because Down syndrome children all have a look to them, so that they have Down syndrome. But if you, in talking to her, she was like a regular, you know what I mean? I'm not going to treat her any differently than I would. I have to say all this before I tell y'all the story, okay? Right. So I'm trying to prepare y'all, okay? She's not the typical, okay? So
Mhm.
She was like running down the street, you know, and they was getting ready to try to catch the bus. And she's like,
Right.
she thought her mama Mary. She's like, Mary.
It's weird. Mm.
Her mama tells you know what I mean. They was telling me the story because they had to catch the bus, you know. And she's like, "We gotta catch the bus." So she was like, "Go stop the bus! Stop the bus!" Her mama talking like that. Go stop the bus! Go stop the bus! I forgot what her name was. She said, "Go stop the bus!" And she's like, "Okay." So she went up to the bus driver and she said, "Hey, you know, my mom get ready to come or whatever." And so she went back down. They said, "Okay, we'll wait." So she went back down the steps and fell at the last step. And she was like,
"Oh man."
She was like, "Mary." She said, "What you want? What you want?" She said, "I fell."
Oh,
So we all start crying laughing, right?
oh my God.
Again, that's one of those stories, you know, you should never laugh at, but I laughed.
No.
And she laughed. We all was laughing, right? Her mama telling the story. We all laughing. And everybody that was there was laughing. Even she was laughing. She was on the floor before. But here's the thing. After she said, "Mary, I fell," she started laughing. Then everybody, the first thing, with everybody,
right.
I fall all the time, so I laugh at myself. And everybody, "You all right? She's like, yeah. Then she started laughing. Like, she didn't even answer them like, "I'm all right." She started laughing before she could get it. I'm telling you, she was hilarious. And we'll just be sitting up in there talking, and she'll just look, and she'd be like, she'd be like, "You gotta book up your nose."
She just talks slow.
Yeah, she'll talk. She just talk slow, but she'll talk. Right. She'll be sitting at the table clowning you, talking about you. Supposed to look at your shirt.
Oh man,
you need a new shirt.
How old was she?
She was like my age. We were the same age, and she was like, "You need a new shirt. Your shirt look like Pee Wee Herman's shirt."
Oh man.
She was like a comedian within herself.
Wow.
So it's like, no, we ain't finna cut her no slack because she got Down syndrome. She gonna get it too.
She was clowning y'all, huh? She said, "Y'all think I'm sick."
You can't, everybody, just because you got to treat people the same. You can't base just because a person has a certain disability don't mean that just because she had Down syndrome didn't mean she couldn't think for herself.
Exactly.
She was very intelligent.
Right.
Very intelligent. She was very smart, but hilarious. And
man,
one of the funniest people I ever met in my life. And I stayed in contact with her for a long time. I lost for a couple of years. I changed my number. But she used to call me every once a year and tell me a joke. She'd be like, "I got a joke for you." I'd be like, "What's your little stale joke?" joke, But that's just, I'm so open to, different energies and different good people. Good people is good people. I just good people. As I was telling my biological mom, I just love good people. I don't care if you're blind, cat, dog, or monkey. If you good people, I like being around you.
Definitely.
She was a good person, and she was hilarious, and she made us laugh. She laughed at when we fell. I fell a couple times. She was laughing. And then I fell on the floor one time, walking up these steps, and she bent down and stuck her hand like she was gonna help me. And then I thought she was gonna help me, and then she moved her head away, and I fell again. And she started laughing. I mean, who does that? And laughed. So
who does that?
My point is, y'all, stop trying to treat everybody like they can't do stuff on their own. We all have a dang on sense of humor, okay?
Exactly.
Have a sense of humor. It's okay to laugh, and yes, I laugh at things I'm not supposed to laugh at. So that's the 3 lessons in this.
Yeah. When we were little, my mom was really strict. And if we went over anybody's house, before we even got out the car, she said, "Don't touch nothing. Don't ask no questions. You sit down quietly." And people used to always tell my mom, "Wow, your kids are so well behaved," but we were so scared. If there was people disabled or walked funny, we were not allowed to look. Don't stare. That's not nice. We already knew you just don't do stuff like that. So as I gotten older, I don't know, when I see people disabled or they're not right, they have Down syndrome and things like that. It's just I just don't get down like that. You respect people and treat them like you want to be treated. I don't treat them like they're sick or something's wrong with them because they don't have anything to compare it to. Just like when I was born, when I was in 6th grade, they did that little test, right?
Right.
Can you hear this? You have to raise your hand. Well, I didn't raise my hand, and they sent me home with a note telling my mom that I can't hear in my left ear.
Right.
And all through my life, nobody knew this little kid can't hear in her left side. So when I went to the doctor, they did all kinds of tests, and they said, "Your daughter was born half deaf." And my mom was like, "Wow," she felt bad, because here she has this kid up into 6th grade when they started doing those hearing tests that I could never hear my left side. But my point is, I don't know what I'm missing because I never had both sides. So when you see someone disabled, that's the way they're born. They don't even know anything different. So you treat them like anybody else.
You
if
have
they're
to.
yeah.
You can be like, "Oh, Bobby, you're disabled." No.
And you know what's a trip? I have to tell my husband to turn the TV down. I'm the one who only has 50% hearing, and I'm telling him, "Turn it down, babe. Babe, it's too loud. Turn it down."
That's
He's like,
because
"What?"
that's probably because your right ear is taking on the left ear situation.
Probably.
And that's strong. Your right ear is like, what y'all doing?
Yeah, and I'm like, "Babe," and he's like, he gets frustrated, but he has that. I have bought him that sound bar and all this kinds of stuff. That Bose.
Right.
Bose is loud as heck. Like I'll be in here like before I go live, or if I'm doing. That's why I got the headset. I say, "Babe, turn that down." I could be in here and I can hear his TV. And I told him, maybe you need to go have your ear tested. And he's like, "No, he just likes loud. I get it. But you know what? Other people are here. We don't want to hear all that. I'm not trying to be in your business out here." You know what I'm saying? And I'll turn it down, babe. Babe. I had to show him last night. I said, "Listen, you see that? You can hear it." He said, "Yeah, I can hear that." I said, "Leave it like that."
Right.
And he's like, "Oh, okay." And then about a couple of hours, another day, wah.
I like loud music when I drive.
What is wrong with you? So now what I do is I just close that door. So that's what the beauty about having that bedroom way back there. I can just close the door and I can come out here and watch what Angel want to watch. Because some of the stuff he's watching, I'd be like, "For real? Are you serious?" Sometimes I said, "Look, how long you been back here, babe?" About 8, 9, 9. Yeah, okay. Now I'm here. Okay, my turn.
Right.
All right. You give me the little remote. And he'll be sitting there frustrated. But I'm like, "Look, I ain't watching all this Western all night." He loves Westerns, old Westerns. And I can do a little, if it's a cowboy Indian Westerns, I like those. I like all that shootout stuff. But after a while,
It's got to be a good storyline for me to sit down and watch.
Oh, yeah.
I
But
don't
know.
want Elvis Presley coming out and singing because I will slap him.
But see, my husband, he could get along with anybody. He loves documentaries, the Westerns, old movies. He likes all that. He can get down with pretty much anything. Like even politics. You could talk about, he's right there with you. He knows what's going on. I'm like, wow, he's really smart. Really, I have to give him that. He's very,
that's Leo for you. That's how my husband is. I also, we talk politics. I can do all of that.
I just thought he was nosy.
Huh?
I just thought he was nosy because he asked too many questions. Like what? Like where's that? He wants to know facts. And I'm just like, "Baby, I don't know. You got to Google it." I just get frustrated. Just Google that, okay? It's there. And then he'll find out. He'll say, "Yeah, you're right." Yeah, trying to interrogate your wife. I'm telling you, this is what's up. I don't remember where it's at. Sometimes he'll try to tell me some stuff about the Bible. No, that's not what the Bible says, babe. Well, tell me the scripture. I'll say, you just have to find it. It's in there. I know it's in there. I don't know exactly where. Then later on, he'll be like, "Yeah, babe, you're right. I said, "I know what I'm talking about." When it comes to God's word, I'm not going to lie and play games with God's word. I'm just telling you what you're saying is wrong. Because sometimes they be trying to run a game on you. They think, "Oh, because I stay quiet." You know what I'm saying? But when you start talking about God's word and ministering and blah blah blah, I've been there over 20 years. I teach that stuff. I know what it says. And sometimes they be trying to twist some stuff. Don't do it with me. I'm too well taught spiritually, right? Because I've been walked in some stuff that miracles and things. I've seen all that. So it's like, don't try to twist no scripture with me. I know what's up. I know what's up. And God says you got free will.
I'm trying to tell you. I ain't gonna be able to do it.
What was that, honey?
I said I ain't gonna be able to do it. I'm telling you. I just have to be honest.
Yeah.
With people.
Exactly. You know, you have to be honest, and you have to be respectful about what other people are into. But my whole point of this was some people are just very balanced people. They can pretty much get in a room with anybody and be on that level. You know what I'm saying? And that's a beautiful thing. Doesn't matter the color, race, gender. You know, you just experience things. Just like when I found out you like to listen to Fred Astaire, I thought that was pretty cool. Because, you know, I listen to some Fred Astaire. You know what I'm saying? I have all kinds of, Frank Sinatra. Fred Astaire too, some of his stuff.
Yeah, that too. I've watched those movies.
Dean Martin.
Dean Martin.
You know, a lot of that kind of music. I'm well rounded with music. You know, rock and, you know, hip hop and, you know, classics, and I just have a big, you know, vocabulary. Also with music, you know, my mother played a lot of different music, from James Brown to Barbara Streisand to Alabama, you know, Chicago, right? She just gave me a bunch of her CDs. I'm like, wow, you know, she got so much stuff. Even the Caribbean salsa music. Wow. I said, Mama, I don't know. Because my mom speaks Spanish. In English, of course, but
this how sound.
They be getting down, you know.
And I got music, and I just be like,
but you know what I really love is that Indian. When you start hearing them on the drums, doom 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 doom. That's a beautiful music. Yeah. But you know what? That's some war music. Because when you hear that, you'd be like,
you heard that? It's a rap.
You'd be ready.
You better, I better look around.
Yeah.
I was white or something, and I was sitting up there, and I heard some. I'd be like, what
and they be getting down. You'd be like,
and they be like this.
Yeah. I saw this one old. I'm gonna see if I can find that video again. But that Indian man, he was on one foot and going low. I mean, real low, and he was, gliding with that hatchet.
He was gonna make it rain. He was called on all the.
I was thinking, dang, could you imagine him at work?
Yeah, he was called on all the ancestors to guide him.
Said, wow, yeah.
I didn't set it. I said it one of those powwows.
Yeah.
Woo.
Yeah.
I was like, they like we don't normally. It's like, but you're people. You are people. And it was like normally we don't let people within our tribe, you know, that's not in our tribe, but we have adopted you into our tribe. And I was like, okay. And it was like, I'm telling you from experience, that's how I can do it. It was like, I was like this. It was like, my face like that. I was just like,
yeah, they be getting down. They don't play. They don't play, but they really don't like to be around civilians. They got their own thing going on.
Yeah, they adopted me and they did a whole ceremony and everything. It was
wow. That's beautiful. That's beautiful.
Like, you have gifts. They was like, you're a medicine woman. They was like doing all kind of stuff, and then I had to do the sweat lodge, and it was crazy. And they was like, you got to let go of your. They was like, we gotta let go of your biggest fear. It was deep.
Wow.
Then another thing, when you get around certain African tribes, tell you about that. Let me tell you about that. See, a lot of times we don't understand as melanated folk how music is very spiritual, and we don't recognize it, and we just think it's like cooning, but that's not really cool. That's a part of us. So when we hear music, I don't care how bad of or good of a dancer you are, your body just your energy just start moving and moving, around with the words, and even if you don't know the words, you'll just start singing because we're tribal people. And I'm telling you, the reason why that is because with a lot of different tribes, they'll sing and play music to whatever, and they'll start dancing. All of a sudden, they'll bust out. They'll be like, oh, they'll be marching around and going up. They'll be doing their dancing. You'll be like, what the heck?
Yeah.
You'll be like, yes, I had a great day today. Nice meeting you. And they'll be like, oh. You'll be like, what the heck?
But I'm gonna tell you one thing about me that I notice is I love music. But the minute you say something crazy, I'm done. The beat just stops with me. I can't get down with that because I believe in words, and I believe in people use words to get you in a certain place or in a mood. So when I'm listening to music, even if it's a hip hop, and I love the beat, and all of a sudden you're a bitch, and I'm gonna do this, and I'm like, okay, okay.
But I'm talking about but the beat, but see, but listen to the beat. It's something with the drums because that's where our connection is. No matter if you're Caribbean,
that's why you think the slave master didn't want them to play drums?
Right, because we were communicating. We were like this. They was like, okay, this is what the drum. Okay, let me do the drum, and I'm getting translation. We're gonna be here. When the lights go down. Another person will go back.
Go slow. Don't be rushing. Be quiet.
And they'll be like, oh, go get master. To master, okay.
And you know what's messed up?
Right.
Somebody from the tribe will go and tell. Ain't that messed up? That's what that means.
That's how they know, but that's why
I hate that.
Music. But then we said, okay, well, now that they start snitching on us about the drums, so we start having church. And so the Negro spirituals will be like, it's gonna set us down. Jesus said, and then it'll be like Jesus translation be like, go get master. You know what I mean?
I'll be like, Miss Missy got some pie in the house.
Right.
Miss Missy got some pie.
Missy has a little bed.
Yeah. The chicken is dead. They'll be like, what? They got chicken up in there? Get that.
Extra chicken. So we can get them, we don't have to write to Esmus.
There's a get them biscuits. I've been wanting to be in the house. Let me work in the
house. Hold on 1 second.
That's crazy.
Yeah, so
but could you imagine working in the house and having stuff in your pockets?
A lot of them do that. Shoot, I'd have been.
I'd be like, baby, I'm gonna bring you a steak when I get off work.
I'm eating all this hard work I'm doing.
Baby, I'm gonna bring you a steak when I get off work.
Right. Man, I don't care what they say. Well, let me go ahead. I think I'm going to go ahead and end. I got a client on the phone, y'all. I really appreciate everybody for stopping by. Y'all
That's right.
We're going to watch that movie Walk, and we'll go ahead and really talk about that. Because this movie, we couldn't really. We was just like,
yeah. But it was a good movie. I mean, it was. For the kids, you want to laugh and watch something that's not too gory.
Almost done. Hold on 1 second. All right. Well, let me go ahead and make sure. Again, we appreciate y'all for stopping by here and listening to
Yeah, yeah.
and
We have fun.
and all the little crazy stuff. And no, I don't have a problem with so-called mentally ill people. I treat people all the same,
Amen. That's right.
like respect, like
Yeah,
people.
that's right.
Y'all treat people like people. Well, let me go ahead and wrap this up. But y'all have a blessed day. Thanks for reaching out. And please be love, grease, and happiness. And so, no, I'm playing. All right. All right. No,
See you later.
all right.
Bye,
Bye.
family.